Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
Hey Daddy,
You fight with nobody.
this a dollar beat. This a dollar beat.
BoxingWords.com.
You won the belt with
Hey
nobody.
Daddy,
BoxingWords.com.
this a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter. Payday,
BoxingWords.com.
payday. You want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. That's the plan to go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingWords.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingWords.com.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we're here to discuss the rumored Canelo Alvarez potential opponent and date live May 4th on Amazon Prime. It's being reported by numerous publications that Canelo is back and will be taking on the brother of Jermall Charlo this time around in Jermall. So the question is, do you want this fight? Do you want this fight? This is rumored to be Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view. And, I guess it is a fight we wanted some time throughout Canelo and, Jermall Charlo's career. Don't know many people that have been asking for this fight as of late, but it is what it is, It's a 3-fight deal, and I never once assumed that Canelo or Al would allow Benavidez to be next because it just doesn't make financial sense to me. You do that fight last. This way, if Benavidez beats Canelo, you can basically have leverage over Canelo to re-sign to the PBC. If you give Canelo that fight now, there's a rematch on the contract because there's a 3-fight deal. It just doesn't make sense. You do the Jermall Charlo, you make a bunch of money the way that they did. You do Jermall Charlo, you make even more money. Then you do Benavidez in hopes that either A, Benavidez beats him, or B, it's a very tight fight where Benavidez deserves a rematch. And you're back in the Canelo Alvarez business. Now, that's just my assumption. I could be wrong. I just don't see a lot of opponents out there for Canelo at 168. I do not believe David Morrell, the WBA super middleweight regular champion, will get a shot as he just hasn't sold enough tickets. I don't see Canelo sharing the ring with someone so difficult to beat and that, moves the needle so little. Like, truth be told, I don't know, you guys correct me if I'm wrong here. But when Laura got the Canelo fight, he was obviously more popular than David Morrell. David Morrell has that upside that he's on social media. He does more interviews than Elislandri Laura. But Laura got the fight, and Laura crashed the weigh-in, and Laura made it happen. I'm not sure that Morrell's cries or yells or fandom, for that matter, will be heard on this particular, run that Canelo was on. I could be wrong. He could turn around and face this guy. I just think that there are so many other fights out there that he could do that would represent more attention and a bigger paycheck. But I do not believe Jermall Charlo is ready. I do not believe that he would be 100% going into this fight. His last performance, he just didn't look like, he didn't look like he could beat a Canelo. Honestly, I really don't know what else Al and Canelo can give us in place of this, because there's not a lot on the table. But it looks like I'm joined by King Amin of Championship Rounds right here on YouTube.com. Amin, I'm not the happiest with Jermall Charlo, but I don't know that there are many other options out there.
Pardon.
You heard me?
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, listen, disappointed, frustrated, disgusted. I had it in my mind. I paused, Ness, because I said, yo, I don't know how long you're gonna let me rock, man, because I'm like pissed off. And I don't wanna get this show flagged. I don't wanna be venomous. I'm not gonna say nothing crazy.
No, do your thing. Listen, there's no reason to censor yourself. We have every right to be frustrated. I luckily am on the opposite end, though. I don't know what really is better than this other than David, but financially, I've been on this same side since he signed with the PBC. I know it's not going to be next. I know it's the last one because it makes more sense for Al that the younger David Benavidez beats you on your last contracted fight, so that now you're forced to deal with me again because you need your revenge. You're too prideful. You're Mexican. If David beats you, you can't go sign a Matchroom. You can't go do a deal with Top Rank because I hold your balls. I have your pride. David beat you. So now if David doesn't beat you, but it's tight, it's the same scenario. You're forced to deal with me. I will never, as Al, give you that fight now. Because now you got the rematch. And if you beat him, then what? If you beat David, who believes Jermall can beat you?
So my problem with this is it is a word that people often use, the word narrative, especially out in California. Let me run my narrative, okay? So here's the problem. The narrative with Jermall Charlo is that the inactivity. So that's one narrative. Damn, man. The focus, the outside of the ring shit. It's just so many.
But didn't he clear all that up? Like he got to fight.
Hell no.
What you mean? He got to fight. He's back with his wife. I mean, you talking old spades.
I'm not, because he didn't make weight for the fight. They had to shift the weight around in order for him to be accommodated. And I understand that was more being out of the ring.
No, technically the reports were that was always the contracted weight.
Okay. If that was a contracted weight, I wasn't proven that he's ready, like that he's fight ready for a Canelo. Now, what I was ready for was Jermall and Plant, Jermall and Andre. That's what I was ready for. It just escapes me is how we should be satisfied with. You already brought up the little brother from 154, and we did that because allegedly the first time the fight was supposed to be made, you wasn't in air quotes ready. Now you ready, and we only had this one fight. And I'm supposed to believe because you did that to Jose Benavidez Jr. Man, this shit stinks to high heavens. I can't do it. I'd rather him.
Because just to play devil's advocate, if Al gives you David Benavidez and Canelo beats him, what exactly does Amin have as the third fight for Al Heyman?
You know what? It's a great question. I've never considered it. I
So
can't.
that's your answer. It's impossible to do David first. You're losing money. Listen. We did almost 700,000 with Jermall. I'm talking about pay-per-view buys, let alone the gate. What do you think we're going to do with the brother? Let's say people are like you and they're sour, so we lose 250,000 people. We still make money as a PBC entity. Now we do the third fight and give them what they really wanted after we dangled it for 2 fights. Now they really give us more money. I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, you know that's fair. And as you say that, I said, yo, they could never call this man biased because I don't like it, and I can honestly say that's not in my calculation. And it's I think that's fair for me to say. Maybe not as an expert in the game, but I'm gonna score with my heart. Ness, I don't give a shit what PBC is doing because here they go giving me more sour fruit. You ever buy produce and it seemed like the minute you get that shit out the store is fucking bad? That's this fight. I don't get it. I understand all the economics and everything you laid out. It will make sense. C-Dub is going to call in. And he gonna tell us exactly why. C-Dub may fucking buy you some gas. He gonna buy you some Hardin. He gonna be so happy that you laid out this alternate perspective. But I think the fact still remains for those that, damn, you dangled the Benavidez fight. You're gonna make me accept this because of the Benavidez fight.
I mean, I just don't really know. Again,
once we get to the Benavidez fight without
if we give you Benavidez and Canelo beats him, shows he's the GOAT, beats the younger dude that's 11, 12 years younger than Benavidez, or maybe 9 years younger than Benavidez. Than Canelo. I can't sell you anything else. If Canelo beats Benavidez, I can't sell you Morrell. I cannot sell you Jermall. Maybe I'll throw the last ace I got in my sleeve. If they give us Benavidez versus Canelo and Canelo beats him, then we have Crawford. But again, if you do it backwards, who believes you? So you're going to beat the Mexican monster and I'm supposed to believe the welterweight's going to beat Canelo and pay for it? You got to do it backwards. You got to leave the monster for last because he's the monster, the one you already think is going to beat Canelo. Everyone else is just what if. It's a gamble. So that's what you're paying, the what if. But the one you believe, they ain't going to give it to us right now. I just don't see it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they're trying to start the new, PBC deal off on the good foot, so to speak, and be like, hey, the best fighting the best.
Well, we tried that in 2016. I doubt we're getting that from PBC, but you do lay out a great point. If we are to understand the business of boxing and to truly get these fights that we want, we got to understand the business that plays into it. And for me, I'm getting on here, getting my Hulk Hogan on, screaming and yelling about how I was disgusted with the fight, which I am truly. I've never been a man to argue against logic and reason. And if it means that the David Benavidez fight is on the horizon and we have to do matchmaking, careful matchmaking, which is one of the foremost elements within boxing. It's not just calling somebody out. You guys love to hear call outs and people talk shit, Twitter wars, but truthfully, matchmaking is what makes it go down. And what Ness laid out for you guys is real matchmaking. In order for us to get David Benavidez and Canelo, I think we have to understand that this fight is necessary. And I've even been enlightened because if you say that Charlo's last fight was contracted to be at 168, I like the performance, although not against Benavidez Jr. You know what I'm saying? But he did show me a lot of things. Yo, Charlo can still jab and then hook off the jab, which a lot of fighters are not capable of doing, period, let alone coming in off the ring rust.
PBC could give us 2 extra pay-per-views and come close to nice gates, right? if they just switch it and give you Jermall versus Benavidez and Canelo versus Crawford, now they got 2 extra pay-per-views that people were willing to pay for that they didn't, consider hypothetically if they're only in the Canelo Alvarez 68 business. But if you bring Crawford up, you've created another fight that'll go down as a super fight that you'll get people to pay for, that you don't have to sacrifice Canelo, that he would be the favorite. Then you're simultaneously giving, Benavidez another fight to build up his profile to further build that Canelo fight. I actually prefer that. I don't mind the Crawford Canelo. I want the Crawford Canelo. I've been a fan and an advocate of that, and it's another pay-per-view that PBC can slide on us, and we're gonna fucking pay for it. Let's be real. You give me Crawford Canelo, I'm doing a fight party.
I was one of those people against Crawford Canelo. But now that the landscape is changing in 147, and we don't really know what's happening. Crawford, Tim Tszyu, maybe, but now it's kind of like one of those things. It's a car accident. I ain't looking to see it happen, but if it happens, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't watch it. But I'm not down for it. But if it plays out that way, I can't be mad at either. Why would I logically turn down more bouts? I can't do that.
Who do you give a better shot? Because you hate Jermall Charlo versus Canelo. I mean, hate may be a wrong word. You dislike it, but do you think Crawford has more of a shot than Jermall?
Yeah.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
So you really don't like that fight? Because you giving a welterweight a better shot at, beating Canelo than fucking Jermall, then, you think very poorly of Jermall.
Well, I'm giving the welterweight again. It's ridiculous because he's going up to 168. At 160, or some sort of catch, like it tilts in Crawford's direction. But I mean, just logically, I would in that fight. Call me stupid. I would pick Canelo, and I would just love to be wrong. That being said, it's his activity, his seriousness as a professional, his training, all those things factor in. And Charlo, the opposite factors in, where I'm saying, like, not against Canelo, not against a professional prize fighter. You're not going to put a half-ready dude in there against a professional fucking prize fighter. That's not going to happen. And that's,
Nah, for sure. For sure. Listen, I got a counter punch. It looks like we got Tyron cutting that line. What it do, champ?
Yo, what's good, champ?
What up with you, man? What's your thoughts on the topic?
Kind of mixed feelings, but the way you broke it down, it made a lot of sense. Having Benavidez the third fight is better, just plain out better business for Al. And it makes more sense, and it's better, honestly, to fight on Mexican Independence Day in September. That's going to be, huge. So, I'm not really too mad at it because, like you said, like, who else is there for Canelo to fight? Like, Jaime McGee is not going to be probably available. And I think you can still sell this fight. Yeah, Charlo, he looked okay. He looked good. I think that he'll put up a better performance than his other brother. I think the buildup would be probably a little bit better here, bring that energy, knowing like, this is only shot. But this is not the first time this happened, in boxing and sport. We've seen it before, and we're gonna see it, long after. How do you feel about now? We gotta ask ourselves, okay, where does Benavidez go for the next fight right now? Do you possibly see Benavidez fighting on that card? Would you put Benavidez as the co-main event on that Canelo card?
I mean, you certainly can. His father, on the interview yesterday that we did here, was open to being the undercard of whoever. He didn't care. He wants to be on the March 30th card, and he was open for David to be a undercard of that. He said they could be the opener. So, yeah, I mean, that'll work for me.
Yeah. I think that would be smart, especially if they already have like kind of sorted out a deal, or not a for sure, but negotiations already started for September. But again, man, I'm not too mad at this fight. Um, it's still a fight. You can still sell it once again. And it's still gonna be big at the end of the day. But yeah, hopefully we get that third fight. I mean the third fight with Benavidez on that contract, which I believe will happen. Like you just say, it's just straight out better for business. Where does Canelo go if he, loses? If you fight Benavidez right now, you know, you lose and you get that rematch. But like you said earlier, it's just better to have it as that third fight. It's going to be way bigger, especially on Independence Day in September. Who do you think David is going to fight next? Do you see David Morrell, or do you see like a high name type of
I
former
mean,
champ?
the rumor is Jesse Hart. Like, that's why I would like Canelo to fight Crawford, Charlo to fight Benavidez. Winners meet.
Yeah, that would have been nice too. Yeah, I like that. I like that too. But yeah, champ, I just wanted to call in and just get my thoughts on that. I'm not too mad. I think it's going to be a more entertaining fight than we had Mel in there. So we'll just see, man. But I appreciate you, champ. Much love. Tuning in.
Appreciate you. Steve, Chicago. What up?
But yeah, champ, I just wanted to call
Steve?
in and get my thoughts on that. I'm not too mad. I think it's going.
Maybe Steve, you pressed. Did you request by accident? Steve in Chicago. Yep, he sure did.
Yo, Ness, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Should we be concerned if David doesn't get any fights relatively soon? Should we be concerned about his ability to hang around at 168?
No. I mean, his father made it seem like they're going to get the belts, then move up. But I get what you're saying. I mean, if they prolong it, but he just fought, He fought in November,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, not imminent, but I'm figuring he's got to get March.
Yeah, no, I do think he's moving up pretty soon. But
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to move up without, settling that unfinished business.
Agreed. Who we got next?
We got Unbiased Brim. What up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is my sentiments for this fight. Boo! I don't steal fights, so I'll be watching it on YouTube highlights the next day. The Fire Stick boys are going to come out real heavy, bro. That's not a fight I want to see. And I personally believe if PPV is trying to be successful and have a long run, this ain't the type of fight you make to start out the gate. It's just not. But you're making sense with some of the points you're making. But two Benavidez fights is worth more. If he fought Benavidez in May and lost to him, the September fight is even bigger.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're Al, you got to consider Canelo beating your young stud. And if he does, you lost out on a pay-per-view. Because there's no way I'm going to – all right, let me just explain. There's no way I'm going to believe that Canelo beat the Mexican monster, but he'll lose to Crawford, or he'll lose to Jermall Charlo, who just went life and death with Jose. Like, you got to do it first. There's no way we're going to believe the opposite.
I hear you, but the thing is, if Canelo, if Bud fought Tim Tszyu at 154 and thrashed him, and Canelo beat Benavidez, that fight is even more appealing in September.
Bruh, you lost your mind. You lost your mind that you think because
if you say so.
Because
you're a paying
Crawford,
customer, I'm a paying customer,
all right, but I just want you to I want you to hear what you're saying. You're saying because Crawford beat Tszyu, but Canelo beat the Mexican monster, who's younger than us.
Styles make fights.
All right,
Styles make fights, bro.
All right, you got it.
Styles make fights.
Hopefully people agree with you and more people call in and say the same thing. I highly doubt that they will.
Well, I know this much.
Doubt that.
Who paying for that? Who paying $80 for Canelo and Charlo? The show ain't my ass. I don't even care. I'm not still in the fight. I'll catch the highlights on YouTube. No, thank you.
No,
I'd rather see him
hear
fight
you.
Mugia. I'd rather see him fight Mugia, and I don't even want to see that fight.
Yeah, I'd rather see him fight Crawford.
Me too, but I mean, for me, I think it should be Benavidez first. But I understand what you're saying. Some of the things you're saying make sense. I can't seriously say you're not making no sense. But if you're starting a new deal with Amazon, I don't think this is the way you want to start it with a Canelo and Charlo fight. A mall fight. I'm telling you, it's going to do worse than the other fight. It's going to do worse than what his little brother did.
I'm with you. That's why they need to start with a Canelo and Crawford, and then their next fight or the other date could be Benavidez and Charlo.
But what if Crawford beats Canelo?
Then that was meant to be. And Crawford would have to fight Benavidez, right?
I guess so. I guess that's
But
how it would play out.
Crawford would be not a favorite versus Canelo.
Yeah, because the thing, he's definitely not a favorite versus Canelo. And the thing is, see, Benavidez is such a bigger person. I mean, Benavidez is literally almost a heavyweight before he just trims down. But you make some good points, man. But I'm just sorry. Just talking about just this fight alone, I'm all set. I'm definitely not interested. No thanks.
All right, champ. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Looks like we got Will. What up?
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's up, Will?
What's up, man? Here all the way from the UK, tuning in to TBV, the voice of the streets.
Salute,
as Bill
champ.
Haney said.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, this fight is, I don't know, man. As a boxing fan, I don't know. Like, obviously, I get the storyline. Big brother Charlo coming back to, defend for the Lions only camp, but after that last performance with one-legged what's his name? One-legged Benavidez.
Jose.
And yeah, if Jose was backing him up with one leg, then boy, Canelo's gonna stop him, to be honest with you. So that's my opinion. I think honestly, I think Canelo probably stops him, and I think Crawford will be a much more competitive fight other than Big Charlo, to be honest. That's my opinion, though.
Nah, man. I am with you. I prefer the Crawford fight for sure, brother. Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. But after...
Let me ask you then, do you like my idea of Canelo fighting Crawford May 4th and then, Benavidez, maybe let's say we get him out maybe March, April versus Charlo, Jermall Charlo?
100%. That would have been a way bigger fight as well. I mean, PBC just signed with Amazon. That Crawford and Canelo, that's a huge pay-per-view fight. I can't think of any other boxing fan that wouldn't tune into that. But the Charlo fight's kind of like, I don't know, it's not really appealing, to be honest.
All right, champ.
But I agree with you. Like, if they did Canelo versus Crawford, that'd be a way bigger fight and way more competitive, I think, as well.
And then you give Crawford, you give Benavidez Charlo, and it allows Charlo to earn his fight. Like, if you beat Benavidez, we believe you. And if you didn't, you weren't meant to get Canelo.
Facts. I completely agree. I think the only person at 168 that's been making a statement is Benavidez. He's the only one. He's fought Boo Boo, he's fought Plant, he's fought everyone to clear out the way. But I feel like Charlo hasn't really earned his spot to face Canelo. Like, at least I take my hat off to Plant because he's still at the top division fighting the top guys. So that's all I have to say about that.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Let's go out to. Okay, looks like Al in the Bay dropped off. We going out to Bo Rogers. What up?
Hello?
Yeah, what up, Bo?
Hello?
What up, Bo? All right, all right. Jay Will in Ohio. What's good? While we wait for Jay Will to connect, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to let people know we rocking out every day, twice a day. Jay Will, invite sent, player. In the meantime, let me get to some of these super chats then. We got Melly Mel. Welcome to that champ level. Rider of the Storm, $5. Salute, Mr. Ness. I've been a huge supporter of Canelo and paid for all his fights, but I'm not buying this fight. This is no bueno to me and my money. I hear you, champ. Keep it moving, $2. Charlo needs one more good fight, then I like. Doot, doot, doot. We got JB Cinema, member for 9 months on that champ level. If we paid for Davis versus Ryan, where we knew the level of competition, why would we not pay for a fight people been demanding and literally causing bar fights over? Send it. Let's go take my money with the money bag emoji. You're wrong, champ. I'm not as excited as you to watch this. Ken Stone, yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Maybe, and this may be a stretch, but the way PBC be treating him, maybe
champ,
David.
You got pornography in the back. You trying to get me flagged? What's going on? My man got a whole sex scene in the back.
Oh, nah. It's Netflix, I think.
Netflix? My man showing, what was that show? I don't even know, but go ahead.
It's the brother son, man. That's what that joint is. Shit is hard body.
I just seen a titty, man.
Yo, David Morrell threw me off. David Morrell. Is David Morrell? Suppose it's an alternate world where we're getting Benavidez and Canelo, and then the winner gets David Morrell, and they're able to sell that third pay-per-view or another pay-per-view with David Morrell. He's an undefeated fighter. He's got a belt, unification for undisputed. Is that on the table, especially trying to use that sort of narrative to make these fights bigger for the audience for Amazon?
David Morrell?
Yeah.
Repeat it. How are you building him to Amazon? I'm sorry.
So the outcome of Canelo and Benavidez. Say, I mean, Charlo, that's the fight we're getting. But say we could get Benavidez and Canelo. And then instead of looking for Crawford, we're looking for David Morrell, because by that point, David Morrell can be marketed as...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I just don't believe that David Morrell will ever be a bigger gate versus Canelo than Crawford, or more pay-per-views than Crawford. Let alone
dynamic.
Let alone if you do Morrell last, because you telling me that the dude that, because you got to think of casuals. The casuals believe that guy David Benavidez could do it because Mike Tyson said he's the Mexican monster. Who is vouching for David Morrell exactly? And why are we going to believe that he can beat him after Canelo just beat the guy Mike Tyson said would beat him? Like I'm lost, bruv. I don't see how y'all coming up with that. But I mean, look, God bless, Al Heyman, if he could somehow get David Morrell a Canelo Alvarez fight, as the second show of their Amazon deal. I would be, whoa. That would be whoa. Jay Will, man, what's up, player? Let me see. Oh, there you go. Let me see if I can invite you myself. How about that? All right, well, I'm going to go back to King Rowry. What up?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
Straight.
Salute, King. What's good?
Hey, Ness, so Canelo 3-fight deal. Baby Charlo was a part of that 3-fight deal, right?
Yep.
I ain't rocking with Big Charlo and Canelo, man. I feel like Big Charlo, that get back fight to get back in the rhythm, he got to go see Caleb. He got to go see Plant, and I feel like Canelo and Benavidez just need to go ahead and get it on because Benavidez did what Canelo said. Y'all all fight each other. They did that. Big Charlo had issues going on, so you missed your shot. Even though it's a dispute if Canelo was ducking you earlier in your career when they was in the same division and in that whole situation. But at this point in time, I don't want to see Big Charlo on Canelo because I feel like it's a bad grab. It ain't gonna sell, and it's gonna be a whole wasted fight on Canelo PBC deal when I would take a Crawford over Canelo, and I'll probably give Crawford a better chance than Charlo because Crawford been active. Even though he ain't fought that rematch with Spence, he in the gym like every other day. So he's still getting ready. The man talk about I walk around at 168, 170, whoop, whoop, whoop. So let's just put it all to the test. That's gonna be a big seller fight. That's gonna be the hype that everybody want to see. So I take that over Big Charlo, man. But I don't like this. Charlo better off going to go fight Plant and then fighting the winner or loser of Canelo and Benavidez. Because just because one person can beat another person, but that don't mean they can beat you. You feel me? And that's just how I feel about any form of any sport, whether it's boxing, UFC, anything. Ryan lost to Tank, but that don't mean Ryan can't beat Devin. Or that don't mean T.O. can't beat Devin because he beat because Cambosis lost to Devin and Cambosis beat T.O. I just feel like you're gonna have to fight everybody at the end of the day to see if you're better than that person. You just can't go off of, oh, we fought the same person, they beat you, but I beat them, but I can still beat you though. My style of fighting may be better than your style compared to the other person that you beat. So I feel like if PVC pushing this as part of their rollout, it's not a good look, my opinion. But how you feel about as far as Charlo fighting Plant versus Canelo?
I would prefer Benavidez, Charlo over Plant. Charlo. Yeah. Like I said, I would prefer Crawford to fight Canelo May 4th. March or April, Benavidez fights Charlo. Winners meet in September. But let me get to some other callers. I got Jay Will on Discord.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Your man's disgusting, bro. I'm gonna just start there, man. If he's really considering fighting Jermall, man, this is disgusting, man. He can't be number one pound for pound on anybody's list or number two. Like at some point in time, man, he has to show it, and he hasn't been showing pound for pound performances, bro. Like this Jamal shit is crazy, man. Like I would have taken Jaime Munguia over. Like real talk, Bud can beat Jamal right now. So it's just, but I'm glad that you said that you want to see Bud versus Canelo May 4th. I do appreciate you saying that, but I mean, it does look kind of weird how he doesn't want to set up a mega fight with Bud. You don't think that's kind of odd?
Nah, man, I'm sure that fight's never been presented.
You're sure that he doesn't know about Bud wanting to fight him?
I'm sure that he knows that he never received anything from Al about fighting Bud.
But you do know I'm pretty sure that he does know pretty common sense that him versus Bud would be a mega fight, right?
Yeah, I don't know about mega fight.
You don't think it would do mega numbers? You don't think
I
you don't think it would do
don't
comparable
know.
numbers to Ryan and Tank?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We would have to see though. That's worth a a gamble, right? If you already gambled on motherfucking Jermall, you might as well take a gamble on Crawford.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I think he's just something different with Crawford, man. I truly. That's the only.
I mean, it sounds cute to push it on him, but where's your proof that Al offered him the Crawford fight? You know what I mean? Exactly.
I mean, there's no proof that somebody actually sent him an actual offer, but he's
all right. So we can't
never
assume that he is that he ducked this offer that may or may not have come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but
it just doesn't make sense. We talking about something that's like not even real.
Well, because he's shown no interest when he's asked about it, and he's saying that he won't fight Bud, but he could be rumored to fight Jermall.
I mean, this the same guy. This the same guy that said he won't fight Jake Paul, and then months went by or years went by, and now he said, "Yeah, you never know." So like, things change every day, B. If Crawford's profile truly went up and that fight is on the table, we all know the man that fought 4 of his nemesis in one career is definitely going to fight a welterweight when he already fought Khan. Like, you are just a very, very sad fan. Like, Canelo fights the guys that you build up year after year, and you still come in here saying how he's afraid of people. Like, there is no other. It's just true, bro. Like, there's no other fighter you can point to that fought 4 people the public demanded. And this man that we talking about has fought more than that. We asked for Trout. We asked for Laura. We asked for Mayweather. We asked for Gennady. We asked for this. But still you crucify this man. We asked Crawford to fight one dude in Earl, and you're fucking, I'm, again, C-Dub came right into my mind. I was about to say some gay shit, right? And say that you doing some gay shit, but he's helping me be better. But there is no other fighter in the world that you can point to. I'm lying about world. Obviously, I'm not a historian. But in the last 20 years that did what Canelo did. It just don't exist. Like, Floyd left Paul Williams on the table. He left Margarito on the table. Like, Crawford hasn't fought Jaron Ennis. Crawford never fought Regis. Like, Crawford never fought Broner at 35. Like, stop lying to the public, man. I've been doing this shit so much. Like, when you doing whatever you doing, I'm still doing this. When I leave live, I'm still reading. I'm still watching videos. Like, stop lying. There doesn't exist another guy.
What am I lying about? What am I lying about?
That Canelo would avoid Crawford. When he didn't avoid Laura, and he didn't avoid Southpaw Trout, and he fought Cotto, and he fought Mayweather, and he fought Kovalev, and he fought Gennady. Like, stop this weird shit. You're a grown-ass man. You have no fucking factual data to say that this man is going to duck a welterweight. Like, we're more likely to believe that Tank will duck. We're more likely to believe that Ryan will duck because their resume speaks for themselves. The fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, you're grown. You've been calling him for 10 years. 10 years this man's been proving you wrong. Like, you're on some SMM shit. Like, you want to be hit with whips and chains by Canelo. You're weird, bro. You said he wouldn't fight Laura.
Because your man,
you said he wouldn't fight Trout.
Man, hold on, man. First of all,
Come
bro.
on, bro. You know that, bro. Get out of here. First of all, what's your counter?
What's
your counter? What lie are you going to make? Like, I don't know you. What lie are you going to make? Like, I didn't make an intro for you. Like,
Gotta lie.
You
I
ain't
ain't
been
gotta lie.
calling
I
in
ain't gotta
here
lie about
forever.
shit. I ain't gotta lie about shit. Is
So
that you the one getting in your you the
tell
one
me
getting
then.
in your feelings every time somebody talk about Canelo. This is a Canelo topic, ain't it? Is this not a Canelo topic?
And you're bringing up
So
Canelo
what's,
avoiding a
why are you so mad when
welterweight
somebody talk about Canelo?
because you're lying, bro.
Hey,
Why would
what
he
am I
avoid?
lying about?
You're saying that he would avoid a welterweight.
I never those words never came out my mouth. And that proves how you get all of your feelings about Canelo.
Okay,
The
champ.
only thing
Okay,
I
champ.
said is funny how he will fight this person and that person, but he's not talking about fighting or being rumored to fight Bud. So I never said he ain't gonna do shit. But the moment I say anything about Canelo, you start cutting people off. You start getting all of your fucking feelings because you're a man fan, and that's okay. That's okay.
If I'm a man fan, what are you? I'm
Nigga,
hitting you with
I'm a
facts.
boxing fan.
I'm
I'm a real
hitting you.
boxing fan.
I'm hitting you with
When
facts.
Errol got his ass whooped, Errol got his ass whooped.
My brother,
I wasn't one of.
my brother, am I not hitting you with facts? Did the public not demand the Trout fight when Trout beat Cotto? Yes or no? Easy answer. Hello? Hello?
I don't know. Everybody requested the Trout, but he fought Trout. But go ahead, He fought Trout. He fought Lawrence. But so what?
Was
So what?
the public demanding these fights or not? That's all I'm asking, man. That's all I'm asking. And then when you answer yes to that, did Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya not want him to fight the Southpaw Trout? Were they not on record saying we don't want him to fight
No,
this
you
guy?
talking about Lord. They didn't want him to fight Lord.
Both, my brother. Both.
No.
Both.
Stop.
I'm trying to
No.
tell you, man. Listen, we got to move on. There's hella people on Twitter, man. What I'm going to do, since you like to say that I get in my feelings and all I did was give you facts, I'm going to give you free, unfiltered 3 more minutes so you can continue to lie about a dude that you and I both know you've been calling into this show over a decade, and he's proving you wrong. He's proving you wrong. He's proving you wrong. You've never picked against Canelo, and you've been right.
So he proved me wrong on the Bivol fight.
So you
Did he
pick
prove me
Bivol?
wrong?
You pick Bivol? You pick Bivol. Because I ain't even
Did
pick
he,
Bivol.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Did he prove me wrong?
So how can he prove you wrong if you ain't pick Bivol?
I mean, if I pick Canelo, then he proved me wrong.
My bro, you would have had pick Bivol to been happy right now, but you didn't. You thought he was cherry picking because you don't watch boxing. You just hate on Canelo.
I thought I was going to get my shit uninterrupted.
Oh, you asked
My
the
bad.
question. How you want uninterruption with a question asked? Go ahead.
I mean, it was kind of a rhetorical question. But anyways, I mean, you act like he had this. Like anybody, so anytime somebody say anything about this dude, you get in your feelings. And like at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who don't like when he goes through a patch of a whole bunch of people that we know he has no challenge. And we just want something that looks like a fucking challenge. Jermall never looked like a challenge. Jermall really doesn't look like a challenge. Ryder was not a challenge. So we're like, okay. Now, I can understand if you don't fight Benavidez. Like I said earlier, I would take Jaime over fucking Jermall. But you don't hear none of that shit because you're getting your fucking feelings, nigga. And that's not my problem. So I'll shoot your boy some bell. Give me Jaime over somebody who, the way Jermall looked his last fight versus Benavidez, bruh. He did not look good at all, bruh. Again, I would take Jaime over that. You know, I understand Canelo's older, but you're not gonna tell me that I should be okay with fucking Jermall, bro. Get the fuck out of here. And me saying something about, well, shit, if you're going to consider Jermall, why not fight Bud? Why don't I hear him talking about Bud? Because I think that he sees there's something different in Bud. I think that's a fair boxing analysis, but you don't hear nothing but Canelo hate for some fucking reason.
Champ,
that's
how is that
that's
fair?
your fucking problem. That's your fucking problem.
How is that fair to say that you don't hear nothing from Canelo when you don't hear nothing from Canelo about any opponent? Ever. Just go ahead. Tell us when
we heard before the Jermall shit was confirmed, we heard about rumors about Jermall. Then finally, yes, that shit was confirmed. He's fighting Jermall.
No, bro. See, and I give this guy time because he's been calling in for 10 years with the same Canelo hate. My brother, did you already forget because the hate tumor in your brain is so big it's blocking out your memory that it was Jermall and he was not well, so we slid in Jermall? You forgot already? Oh, you forgot. You're feeling stupid on the other end of the phone now. No, it's okay.
Not at all.
Don't feel
Not at all.
bad. Don't feel
Not
bad.
at all.
I love you. 10 years of you
Not at
calling
all.
in, I
Not at all.
love you. Here's a big hug. Look, here's a hug. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It was always Jermall, but it's okay. It's okay. Al slid in Jamel, FYI. The same Al that could slide in Terrence. But that was the clapper, champ. It's okay. You see that hate blinds them and they forget things. Hey, here's another hug. Here's another hug, champ. You see how it's called? The last 20 say he had nothing to say. They feel so dumb. Why hate? Listen, we would need the researcher of the year to tell us what other fighter has fought 4 to 5 nemesis. We would need a very, very good researcher. Maybe it would have to go into the 80s with guys like Roberto Duran and of that nature, but in the last 20, can you think of a guy that the public demanded, right? Like, we demanded Tank fight Ryan. I'm not going to lie, and I haven't allowed that to ever go down. When people say, oh, well, he ain't fighting. Nah, we asked for the Tank fight. We asked for the Ryan fight. We wanted that. So that's one guy that we asked him to fight. Now, outside of that, he gets extra credit for the other guy that he fought in Pedraza, but the public didn't demand that, but that was a challenge at that time. So we'll give him the same credit that people get when they demand you fight someone and you do. Similar to like Floyd being demanded to fight Castillo in the rematch, and he did. You know what I mean? Things like that. When you do that, when the public demands for Wilder to fight Fury, and he does, you got to give him credit. Same thing for Fury. The public demanded, not for the Vlad fight. We didn't demand that. He was like a mandatory, but we wanted the Wilder fight. He did it. We wanted the Usyk fight. He's doing it. So that's 2 nemesis plus Vladimir Klitschko. You understand? That's fucking something you got to respect. So did I ask Crawford to fight Beltran? Were we demanding that? Hey, Crawford, I want you to fight Beltran. Nah. But we gonna give him credit for fighting Ndongo and whoever the fuck, Postal, because he was the first to start the trend of Undisputed. But we didn't demand them fights. The fight we demanded from Crawford was what? Earl Spence. We weren't, fight Jeff Horn. Fight Jeff. Get the fuck out of here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody saying that. Look at Berlanga. What's Berlanga's demand? Who they want him to fight right now?
Canelo.
You're crazy. Who's demanding that? His team?
His team. That's it.
All right. Well, I'm talking about the public. The public want Berlanga in with like Pacheco. They want
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't fight Pacheco yet. Who else they wanted him in with? Few years ago, see, because I'm a real hardcore, I'm not a researcher. Few years ago, we wanted him in with Steven Nelson, Terrence Crawford's boy. They avoided that fight. Who else we wanted him in with? Few years ago, we wanted him in with Gabe Rosado. Top Rank didn't want to pay $250,000 for that fight. I mean, somebody talk to me. But Canelo gets the hate. He the one fighting the dudes we asking you to fight. Iris Landry Laura came to your press conference and snatched the mic. So we gonna act like we ain't want him to fight when he disrespected Canelo like that. We gonna act like Spanish media ain't go crazy with the shit Islandri Laura said in Spanish. We gonna act like when Trout went to Mexico, beat up Rigoberto Alvarez, kept calling out Canelo, learned how to speak Spanish, beat Cotto, We ain't want him to fight. We gonna lie like Jay Will did and say, nah, I ain't demand that, but I'll give him credit. I ain't demand it, but stop lying. Stop lying. You a lie. Either you wasn't watching boxing back then or you a lie. It's very simple. It's very simple. You understand? And on top of that, he still got the Kodos of the world. Like, bro, just show me. Don't call in here to argue. Don't call in here, call me a man fan. Say, nah, Ness, look at this fighter. This fighter fought 4 dudes too, just like Canelo did. We demanded. Who that be? Who that be? Because I don't know who he is. Who that be? Please tell me. Please. Somebody help me. Help me identify these fighters that's fighting the fighters we asking them to fight. Help me. Help me identify them. And when you do, put them up against Canelo and let me know that they got 4 to 5 motherfucking nemesis on their resume.
Come on, Ness. Come on, Ness. Yes, sir. Shout out Ness. Shout out to me. Putting in that work. Ness, he tripping, dog.
Salute.
He tripping.
Go ahead,
I don't
champ.
know what to
Prove
tell
me
you.
wrong. Prove me wrong.
Do we want to see this Maul fight? My bad. I'm just tapping in, but you advocating for the Maul fight right now.
Negative, bruh. You know, hearing is
What you
very
saying?
important.
I know that's why I'm asking this.
Okay.
So what you how do you
it
feel? How
sound
do you
like
feel
you
about the
it
fight?
sound like you came on here and said you're advocating for the Maul fight.
My bad. Okay, my bad. Let's get past that.
You want me to get
How
past your mistake
how
without
do you
without
feel
without
about
highlighting it?
how do you feel about the potential matchup? How do you feel about it?
I don't want it. I would prefer Crawford next. I'm a businessman. I think Crawford next makes more business sense for the PBC as a whole because if you beat Benavidez next May 4th, no one believes Jermall can beat you. No one believes Crawford can beat you, which means they won't pay to see those fights. So you got to do those first. So I understand Jermall, but I prefer Crawford because I think Crawford is a bigger gate. He's going to sell more tickets and more pay-per-views.
Okay. I feel like Crawford's most definitely the bigger fight, but if we're talking about Benavidez in September, I will like Munguia is the better fight. Don't you think?
I mean,
to get
Munguia got to
prepared for
fight.
Benavidez?
Munguia got to fight, though. He's about to
I
fight
know, but
like
what Danny say
27th.
earlier? You can't wait 9 days.
Now, I mean, listen, bro. You might think Munguia is a better fight, but truth be told, Munguia is Charlo. Like, literally.
No.
Listen to me, champ. Listen to me, bro. You said it. You're a casual. Just listen to me.
I never said I was a casual. Never said that.
Oh, okay, whatever, man. Listen, Munguia started at 47. So Canelo started at 40. So you think you giving him a tougher fight? Like, he's a little dude. You know.
But we know inactivity kills.
And that's why I prefer the Crawford fight.
We can't say Charlo's on the same level as Munguia right now because we haven't seen him in two and a half years. He came back against Benavidez, who was looking rusty.
I mean, champ. Truth be told, I think I might do that poll next. But truth be told, I think any version of Charlo is better than Munguia. Charlo is has done more in the sport. He's a 2-time champion. He's fought bigger names. He's been on a higher level. Munguia hasn't done anything before Charlo left over. Excuse me. But fought common opponents. He's done nothing before common opponents with other people. His biggest win is a welterweight at 54. There's no comparison between Munguia and Charlo, not to me.
But we know, so styles make fights. Who's more stylistically comparable to Benavidez, Munguia or Charlo?
I mean, to make it simple, because I know what you're looking for, obviously Munguia, right? He's Mexican.
I'm not looking for. I just want an honest answer. I'm not looking for that.
I mean, you are looking
for
me.
It's just the truth. Because it's the truth. Munguia is a more comparable fighter to Benavidez.
But he's not though. Like, because he throws punches and and Benavidez allegedly throws a lot of punches that don't make them similar. But I see from a casual perspective, yeah, they're two Mexicans that throw a lot of punches. I get you. They look the same, same complexion. I get you. Charlo doesn't
No,
fit the box.
two Mexican styles that let their hands go in and have
I
punch
mean, I
resistance.
just wouldn't label
That's what I'm
the
looking
same
at.
way.
That's what I'm looking at.
The same way
And at
I
the end of
don't.
the day, I think I favor Canelo against Benavidez.
The
But
same
we
way.
still need to see that.
The same way
We
I
say?
don't. The same way I don't label Benavidez a Mexican style, or Canelo. That I think they have shown they're way more than the typical Mexican style. You know what I mean? Like
I
Mexican
mean, you could call
style.
Benavidez Mexican style on
No.
steroids.
I think you can call Munguia probably Mexican style, but my boy Marquez, Canelo, Benavidez, those are different types of Mexicans.
All right, so what does Benavidez do outside of the typical Mexican style?
Man, you said you wasn't a casual champ. Your bell rang.
I'm asking you.
You're
I'm
wilding.
all right. So
Now you gotta watch tape. There's
knock me
nothing I
off and
can say.
educate me. Knock me off and educate me. Go ahead.
I mean,
Knock me off and educate me because I know what you about to do.
Mexicans don't. Typical Mexicans cut the ring by just throwing punches and taking one to give one. That's not what Benavidez does. Benavidez is a very skilled fighter at cutting the ring off. He knows how to.
So you're talking about his footwork. So you're saying he has better footwork than the typical Mexican style.
I mean, that's one of the many facets. I just don't label him Mexican style. Neither do I label Marquez or Canelo. To me, they're way more than Mexican style. Mexican style to me was Francisco Ben.
Go
ahead.
Marquez was a good counterpuncher. I feel it, so I can see how you don't label him Mexican style. But I feel like Benavidez is. You should put up a poll about that. You feel me? Because I feel like if anything, he's a typical Mexican style.
Champion,
if you want to talk about his footwork, he has better footwork. Yeah.
I got hella callers, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what other people think. I mean, do you label Benavidez Mexican style?
Definitely not. Benavidez is superior to that Mexican style, and you said it best. Mexican style is taking one, take two to deliver one, and heavy on the body punching. You know what I'm saying? Going toe to toe, firefighting. You know what I'm saying? Navarrete. You know what I'm saying? Old school Valdez or William Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? Jose Tron Zepeda. That's Mexican style. You know what I'm saying? And Benavidez ain't that. But before you go to the next call, man, I got to get up out of here. It's Friday night.
Appreciate you, champ.
Nah, no doubt. Listen, man, y'all, if y'all don't tune into nothing else, because it ain't nothing else, tomorrow, Natasha Jonas, Michaela Mayer, you doing a fight chat?
You know it.
Come on, man. And listen, don't be afraid to go check out the foremost authority on women's boxing, King Amin of Essex. Got a new episode of the championship rounds up. And check me out on Instagram, King Amin of Essex 1, Twitter, King Amin of Essex 1. Stay dangerous. Don't waste your hustle. Ness, I'm going to get with you on the fight chat, man. You know that's my wheelhouse. You better get with me, man.
Let's go, champ.
You don't know about the ladies and their issues with the groin protectors. You know what I'm saying? The ladies still got issues with the groin protectors, y'all.
I think it was Michaela Mayer, I think, that said, like, they don't even know why they even make them wear that shit.
To protect them from me. No, I'm kidding, y'all. I'm out.
You're crazy. You ain't getting no more interviews. Let's see what we got here. Yo, he threw me off with that. He crazy. So, again, because obviously the show always takes a turn with these, radicals, right? We're talking the breaking news. Canelo Alvarez versus Jermall Charlo is rumored for May 4th on Amazon. As a pay-per-view. We're asking, do you want it? For those that are asking me what I want, I have said repeatedly I prefer Crawford than Benavidez. Crawford versus Canelo May 4th. March, April, Benavidez versus Jermall Charlo. Winners can meet in September. I just believe that, as a businessman, I don't see why Al would do Benavidez next. If you do Benavidez next and your young stud beats Canelo the way people believe, now there's already a built-in rematch because this was only a 3-fight deal. If you do Jermall, which is being rumored, you've already made very good money on Jermall, almost doing 700,000 pay-per-views, plus the nice gate they made. You have the built-in storyline that the big brother's going to defend the little brother. And you make more money than you do Benavidez last, hoping that your young stud beats the legend, forcing the legend to re-sign for the rematch because the legend doesn't want to walk away from the rematch. You see, he tried to get the Bivol one. So that's just my belief. I'm just looking for your opinion. AC, what up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Look, man, I fuck with Canelo and I fuck with your platform, but bro, you tripping. And if he talking about fighting Jermall Charlo, he tripping. Man, every single fight that has been named so far is a bullshit fight. The only person that man need to be talking about fighting right now is Benavidez. Like, dude, you got the momentum right now. Don't nobody want to see none of the bullshit ass fights. Terrence Crawford is a welterweight. That man is a 147 pounder that started at 135. His best win is Earl Spence, and we hearing that this man might have been injured and all kind of shit. Jermall Charlo was barely interesting when he was at 160. The man really ain't did shit impressive since he beat J-Rock. For real, at 154. Munguia is the exact same. Man, the only fight that the dude needs to fight right now and be focusing on is David Benavidez. If you win, fucking build somebody else up. Put these dudes in a fight with somebody. Put fucking Jermall Charlo in the ring with Jaime Munguia. Then I'll be interested in seeing him fight with them dudes. But like, man, like they need to stop with this bullshit, man. Don't nobody want to see them fights. Personally, I don't want to see none of them fights. I don't want to see Crawford. I don't want to see Munguia. I don't want to see no fucking Jermall Charlo. Like Jermall Charlo is better than Jermall Charlo, man. Like, come on. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Fight David Benavidez. Now, I don't think I'm not in the line of thinking of saying he's been ducking David Benavidez. I just felt like shit. Benavidez, fight a couple people. You done beat Andrade, you done beat Plant, fucking fight the man. Don't nobody want to see none of them other stupid ass fights, man. And I honestly be feeling like people sound crazy with this Crawford shit. That man is a welterweight. That man's a 147 pounder. Before the Earl Spence fight, we was like, who the man fight? And now he beat Earl Spence, and we talking about he jumping up to his 6th, 7th weight class. Get the fuck out of here, man. This shit sounds crazy. The man needs to fight Benavidez.
Yeah, but
let these other dudes build themselves up. While Canelo is signed to fight Benavidez, you either got a rematch or put Jermall in with David Morrell. Let them dudes fight each other. Now you just got a built-in opponent. It's like momentum. Dudes don't understand momentum. You can lose momentum putting on bullshit fights, but you can gain momentum by putting on a great fight and get people more interested in whatever you do next. If the man fights Benavidez and he beats that dude impressively, or if he loses and the fight is entertaining, more people are going to be interested in whatever he does in September. If he beats David Benavidez in its impressive fashion, more people will be interested in whoever he fights in September. And then you can build somebody else up. You can build up a new boogeyman. You can put Diego Pacheco in with somebody. Put one of these other top 10, top 5 contenders in with another top 5 contender, and you already got a fight. Like, they need to stop this bullshit. If these is the fights that they talking about, Tank Rayo, fucking Canelo, Jermall, they gonna put Amazon out of business too. But I don't know, man. That's just my opinion on it. That's just me. I fuck with Canelo, but no, man. That ain't it.
Can I ask one question?
Go ahead.
Cause you making it sound good by saying if he beats Benavidez next, more people will be interested in who he's gonna fight. But my question has been, if he beats Benavidez next, why do we believe anyone's gonna beat him? How do you convince me that David Morrell is gonna beat him? How do you convince me that Terrence Crawford is going to beat him at that point? How do you convince me that Jermall is going to be like, who will Canelo fight if he beats David in May 4th, bro? Like, how do you get my money as a consumer? How do they get your money as a consumer? You're telling me that because he beats David Morrell, the Mexican monster, all Jaime got to do is beat Jermall, the same guy you don't want to see Canelo fight, but if he beats Jermall, yeah, that's a good opponent?
You want me to ask you a question? I'll tell you like this, bro. I'll tell you like this. Sometimes if you're a legendary fighter, we don't think you're going to lose regardless. All it's about is fighting top quality opposition. You can't sell, like you say, Jaime, like personally, I don't want to see Jermall or Jaime Munguia because them dudes haven't really done nothing. If they fight each other, the winner will have a win. That's what the dudes is missing. You dudes need a win versus somebody. Both of them dudes would have a win, whoever won that fight. Canelo versus this undefeated fighter or this undefeated champion. If you can't build that up, then you're just a bad promoter, for real, for real. You can build up Canelo versus Jermall Charlo, who hasn't fought in 2 years, who really the man probably got like 3 or 4 wins versus top 5 guys in his entire career. J-Rock and Derevyanchenko in the middle of 4 straight losses. Like, you can build that up, but you can't build up after he done beat somebody. If you actually beat somebody, you can gain more interest in that. We ain't seen Jermall Charlo in 2 years and he don't look bad. We ain't seen Jaime Munguia versus nobody good like that. Y'all consider both these dudes somewhat good. They hype, fight each other, and now you just built on some hype. You just built a whole new contender.
I got to get to some other callers. That just don't do it for me, bro. Like, Jaime started at 47. He won his title versus a 47-pounder in Saddam Atlee at 54. Since then, hasn't won a belt, hasn't done anything but avoid title shots, but I'm supposed to pay for a pay-per-view versus Jaime and Canelo because he beat Jermall. It just ain't doing it for me, champ. Y'all wildin'. I like my idea. I like Crawford and Canelo in May. Al gets to make a bunch of money. Crawford did 650. Canelo and Charlo did like 700. Ticket sales are going to be even more money than, a potential Jermall and Canelo fight. You do that May 4th. April, March, you got Benavidez fighting Jermall. Then the winners meet. You understand? Anything other than that, I'm not really with. Jaime needs to do a little more. Like, you guys are calling Derevyanchenko Fight of the Year with Jaime, which means if his Fight of the Year was competitive, it wasn't competitive with Jermall. Like, did Jermall get a swollen eye? Yeah, but it wasn't competitive. He did his thing, right? Or am I wrong? Like, I'm lost. I don't know. But we got callers. LJ, what it do? LJ, be a good friend and give me 1 minute while you get yourself together. I'm not going anywhere. Just want to get to a few of these super chats that I've left behind here by mistake.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. We stopped at JB Cinema. We got Ken Stone from Haiti, $2. Could Saudi give us Ward versus Canelo? I seen Ward talking about that, and he made it clear that him and Canelo have never been in the same breath. He just thought Canelo was going to say his name after the Kovalev fight. It didn't happen. And people would be so mad if Canelo fought Ward off of 30-year layoff. Like, no. Ken Stone right back at us another $2. Saudis need to give us Canelo versus Floyd too. No. People would be mad at that as well. Michael, 2-pounder, Canelo versus Crawford. If not Crawford versus McGregor? Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. Oscar, member for 15 months on that champ level. Let's get Morrell versus Charlo on the undercard of Benavidez versus Canelo. Winner fights in September. That won't be happening. Benavidez, Canelo. I just can't see it happening May 4th. Now, if PBC wants to win, they probably do it May 4th. But again, I don't think it's winning. Because if you do it May 4th, what the fuck does Canelo do in September? I guess you can do Jaime Munguia, but you're gonna lose us. You only get the Mexicans that care. We don't care. Jaime ain't did shit to make me care. I'm sorry. We got ES, $2. They need to show some respect to Canelo. And he's celebrating his first super chat on the live stream. We appreciate you. Keep it moving right back at us. Another $2. He says, yo, I got a hate tumor too, Ness. I need a hug too. Laugh out loud emoji. Rolling on the floor emoji. Hand on face emoji. We got Leo in Houston. What the hell is this clown talking about? 2 years ago, they had both Charlos beating Canelo. People were yelling Canelo's scared of African-American boxers. Tell me about it, Leo. The boxing ambassador, $10. Happy Friday to all the fans of man. Grinning, squinting face. Let's get it. Thank you, Ness, for another one. Shout out to Amin, the King of Essex. God bless TBV family. Is this Amazon deal free or pay-per-view? Appreciate you, champ. Well, nah. It's definitely going to be pay-per-view with Canelito. We talking about $50 million. Ain't no other way to get that money. We got Jerry, $5. Oscar De La Hoya fought Vargas, Trinidad, Mosley twice. Mayweather, Gotti, Pac, Whitaker, Hopkins, Chavez twice, Corte, Camacho, on and on. Yeah, they don't make them like Oscar, my friend. But you got to ask yourself, which of these fights were we demanding? Definitely Mayweather, definitely Mosley, definitely Trinidad. Definitely Chavez, but you didn't even put him on there. So, yeah, you know, Canelo, Oscar is like Canelo and Canelo is like Oscar. They fought, and like Mayweather, you know, they fought people the public demanded. Mike's likes TV, $10. King Counter Finesse. Keep cooking these haters. Thanks for the great shows. Love the community. Appreciate you. Ain't no community without you, man. LJ is on you, champ. Thank you for your patience. You got unlimited time for that,
worries.
champ.
No worries. Happy Friday.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for joining us on a Friday.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not horribly mad at the fight. You know, my first initial thoughts were, I wish it could be one fight. Like I wish Jermall could have one more fight and then get into this. Like a 12-round official full-on fight. But I mean, this is a fight that people were calling for back in the day. It's happening now, and the more you explain the plan, it makes the most sense. I would probably prefer Crawford, but I'm not mad at the Jermall fight. As far as because I was listening yesterday, and I remember Jose said they would fight on the undercard. What do you think about David fighting on that undercard?
Undercard of Crawford Canelo?
No, Canelo's next fight, whoever's next, whether it be.
I mean, yeah, either way, whoever's next, if it's obviously not David, it would make sense to put David to build it up. It gives David the opportunity to beat somebody up on the undercard, take to the post fight and say, look at this motherfucker. He should be fighting me, but he fighting a welterweight. Or look at this motherfucker. He should be fighting me, but he fighting a fucking old guy off time off. He's scared of the youngster. You know what I'm saying? You know he gonna say some good shit, though.
Yeah, I don't even know if he'll say that. I think he's past. I feel like that animosity towards him towards Canelo has passed, and he's just like patiently waiting for the fight. Because like he's tried everything to get the fight. Do you think it's like no doubt the third fight? If we don't get in there, obviously we're not getting next.
Yeah, no,
it's no doubt the third fight.
I think it's no doubt the third fight, and if it's not, then Canelo ducked. For sure.
Okay, because that's what I'm thinking. Sorry, because I seen Fight High. They asked him a couple of times about David, and his energy is just. I know he don't even really like what's his name, Zytel, because the way like he brings up David all the time. Like his energy towards David is just it's just not like anything I've ever seen him have. So, and he also had that not fighting Mexicans excuse, which came out of nowhere. But I guess David did fuck up his chance by losing his belt on the scale. But I wonder how that would have worked out. You think Canelo would have fought him by now if he didn't lose that belt?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's the WBC. Canelo's always had the WBC. I would assume yes. Obviously, it's not the popular answer. People are gonna say no. Their narrative is that he only went to that division because David lost the belt.
Did he lose the belt before he went to the division?
Yep.
He did, didn't he?
Yep.
Appreciate the time. Go.
Appreciate you, champ. We got a counterpunch for C-Dub, J Bully, and J Mac. This is earlier from my good friend Stainless and CYP. It's $20. Let's drop a bomb for the dub. So, we got Counterpunch J-Mac, courtesy of Stainless. What's up?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Perfect.
Man, shout out to Stainless. Really don't have much energy for this. When you cast your vote and you ask who I picked Crawford. If it wasn't for David, right? That was the question.
Yep.
AC. He sounded like he said a lot of credible stuff. I disagree with him when he said, who has Bud fought before Errol Spence, bro? Like, I mean, I just think some of these guys, I don't know when they start watching boxing. I just don't think they've been watching Bud career long enough to say who has he fought. Bud has accomplished quite a bit in the sport, whether we or who you thought the fight was popular or not. And I think some of us fall in love with big names instead of actual accomplishments. Moving up multiple weight classes, 3 weight classes, 2 times undisputed, man. Like questioning Errol being his biggest name still don't take away from everything he accomplished in a smaller weight class, whether you thought the fight was big or not. I think the Bud fight is an actually pretty good fight, and I like your what you brought to the table for as the suggestions, for us to suggesting how it should go. I just a little confused. Why wouldn't David be the May fight? Even isn't that like the Mexican holiday?
Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo, but Independence Day is September. And my reason for not May is because you tell me if Canelo beats David Benavidez,
Okay. I heard you. I heard your point. You're right. I agree with that. If David beat it, blah, blah, blah. So you get the big fights and you make the big fights while you can. So Bud and Canelo, whether Canelo moves Bud up, I'm a fan of that fight because I want to see it. I do think Canelo moving somebody up, but I think he moving Bud up, and I think Bud will beat him. I'm just one of them callers that think Bud can beat a Canelo, whether it's been proven or not. I think he's biting off more than he can chew moving the Bud up, just in my opinion. And I definitely want to see the fight. I'm taking bets on it just to let everybody know I ain't just talking, put my money up as well. But I do like the idea of what you're saying for us getting the best out of fights, because after Bud beat him, he can still beat and fight. I'm sorry, he can still fight a David. But that might just be 2 losses back to back. Canelo has done quite a bit in the sport, so taking L's, he don't really lose that much for him. He just loses to the better fighter. And we didn't see him lose to a smaller man before. And I think Bud is of that cloth to where he that special fighter that can beat a Canelo, especially at this point of Canelo's career. So I do like the Bud fight first. After Bud beat him, and then I guess would the David fight be just as big still? In your opinion?
Champ, if Bud beats Canelo, then it won't be a David fight because it'll be a Bud rematch, which is even bigger.
Bud rematch. Right, there you go. Well, shit. There you go. Like, so, I mean, I like Bud if I can't get David, but I do want Canelo to fight that David Benavidez. I think that's, he's doing some strange things when it comes down to David, but that's my call.
Champ. We still got a counterpunch for C-Dub. In the meantime, in between time, we got Charles.
Damn, man, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I've been waiting for you to come to me. Shout out to you, man. Boy, you done took my point. But just to clarify, man, shout out to y'all. Great show, Ness. On the topic, I'm not really thrilled for the Charlo fight. I guess when you first had this on this, I'm like, I don't really want it, but as long as I get David third, I was cool with it. But when I really started thinking about it, to be honest with you, Ness, I think Charlo, rightfully so, I think Charlo blew his chance. And so for me, to me, it should be Bud. I agree with you because at the end of the day, I think for PBC, if it's Bud, it crosses all the boxes in the sense that Canelo wants legendary fights, okay, and I do think Bud would be a legendary fight, and you have to have that David fight. But I also think it crosses all the boxes for PBC because if you're PBC, what are you gonna do with Terrence now that Earl is not fighting? Yeah, we could talk about Tim Zoo, we could talk about that, but Terrence is also looking for legendary fights for money. So I think it has to be that fight. But I hated that Almin got off because what I wanted to tell Almin and everybody else on this David Morrell shit is we need to let it go. Because what everybody needs to understand about this is this. At 168, the structure is this. It's Canelo, it's Benavidez, and then there's everybody else. Now, everybody else like Morrell, Berlanger, you can even throw in Billy in there if he stays at 168. That's the next wave of the 168, the super middleweight division. They're not going to get a chance at Canelo, okay? No disrespect to all the Morrell fans, but it's not happening. And it shouldn't happen. Charlo, I believe Charlo and Plant should fight simply because of all the media stuff that's going on. And I think Al could sell that fight. But I don't think Charlo, and shout out to Caleb Plant because he did fight Canelo. He did fight Benavidez. But I don't think Charlo deserves a shot at the throne. So I think Charlo, it would be good for Charlo. We don't, like you said, Ness, we don't know what Charlo, he didn't look good. Charlo needs to fight Caleb. Okay. If anything, if people ain't gonna like this, and I don't know if you don't like this, Ness, but if they plan on bringing Andre back, let Charlo fight Andre, at 168. But I agree with you, Ness. I think fighting Crawford crosses all the boxes for PBC. I think it gives structure to what Crawford could do. Because again, without the Spence rematch, we throwing Zoo in there. I mean, we trying to throw things in there to complete Crawford. But I think the Canelo fight, I think it's right for that. I think for Al, that's how you keep that roster going. So I'm with you, Ness. But I need everybody to stop with this Morrell and all of that. Like Morrell and Billy and all those guys, that's the next middleweights. But I don't know. What do you think, Ness?
I'm with you the day next. I mean, I put out a poll on our community page, and I didn't put Billy. I put Pacheco. I thought he had been facing a better opposition, but it looks like on this channel, people really want the Canelo Crawford fight. That's what's more. Look, the both Mexicans is the lowest. Obviously that's if you can't get Benavidez, because I just don't believe Al's giving us Benavidez May 4th, man. I just don't. Rickster. Rickstar. You gotta unmute. Going once, twice.
Ness, can you hear me?
I hear you now. Damn. What up, Capicool? Give me a minute, Capicool. He answered.
All right. Wagwan, rude boy. Wagwan. You having a good time, man?
Can't complain, baby. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, motherfuckers. So listen, you know what? Looking at it, everyone's being emotional about the context of it being a shit-ass fight. But I'm looking at it from a context of, like, where does my enthusiasm as a boxing enthusiast go? It's a two-way street. I like, yes, equal competition, a competitive fight, 50-50. Where is it going to go? How's it going to be? But also, I'm also interested in Canelo's been wrecking fucking siblings in his record. If you go to BoxRec, he's been fucking up siblings up and down the fucking road, right? So this is kind of like, I'm just saying, it's kind of his shtick, probably. You know, he wrecked up one fucking Charlo. He's gonna have to fuck up, the other one. But also, from a entertainment standpoint, sometimes I like to watch a fight where you know where it's gonna go, but you want to see how much violence is gonna, like this motherfucker is gonna endure. How much of a one-sided fucking beating is this gonna be, right? Is Maul gonna be getting on his bike the way that Mel got on his bike? Question mark. The next thing is what you said. That's what really.
Do you want to risk that though? Like they look the same. Like, can you really risk that with your public? Putting a dude that looks identical to a dude that ran.
You know what? As they say, it's competitive. It's competitive. It's competitive combat sports. Who's to know that Maul doesn't pull up his socks because everyone's been pointing their fucking index finger at this motherfucker, laughing their ass off, going, "Boy, you got bitch slapped in the fucking hallway by fucking plant, fucking white boy just," you know what I mean? So maybe I don't know. Maybe he's stopped going to the mushroom dispensary and like fucking pulled up his socks and being like, "Yo, okay, I'm gonna have to take this shit as it is." But the next thing that you stated, I really love that possibility that you said as a prospective fight, saying Crawford and Canelo. Yes, it's the biggest moneymaker after Crawford. What Crawford did to Errol, I was saying that up and down the fucking the podcast and shit, going, yo, that would be the most wrecking ball fight. But truthfully, who's putting the money up? PBC, correct?
I mean, yeah, it would have to be them. And, they got the Amazon deal.
Yeah, but that's their kind of that's their fallback. They just kind of semi-evaporated with Showtime. Isn't that what we all saw?
Yeah, but they got Amazon.
No, but that's a backup. That's the follow-up. So in due context, my assumption is that Heyman doesn't have the money for this. Do you understand? And my next question to you, Ness, is did Nello get the $100 million or whatever the deal was for the 3 fights? Did he already get paid out?
But the 3 fights haven't.
I'm asking you that.
The 3 fights haven't happened, champ. That's what I'm saying.
No, agreed. But what I'm saying is sometimes, I mean, I don't know, like Nello, he has all the fucking, he's holding primarily all the cards up and down the box, like aside from Turkey Al Sheikh, but like, because he has the money. But I mean, my question is, do these deals, is it contingent that Nello gets, I don't know, a 70% payout in advance prior to the fights happening? That's my question to you.
No.
Okay. So on that basis, then Heyman doesn't have the fucking money to put up for a Crawford Nello fight.
What are you
Crawford just got 25 mil.
Champ, we gotta go. You like, why are you saying he doesn't have the money when he just struck a new deal?
What I'm saying is because for Crawford, for Bud, and fucking Nello to be in the ring together, that's he doesn't have the money for that. That's what I'm saying.
That's it. You guarantee one guy a certain amount, and you guarantee another guy a certain amount, and it's based off, previous pay-per-view sales, bro. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. If Jermall Charlo and Canelo can do 700,000 pay-per-view buys, bro, Canelo and Crawford does more than that, or at least that, right? 700,000 times $80 was $56 million, and that's not even considering the gate, my friend. Like, you paid Canelo. Like, how much are you guaranteeing Crawford? You understand? Just because Crawford made $20 million post-fight, post-pay-per-view sales, don't mean he was guaranteed $20 million. Capicu, what it do?
What's good, champ? What's going on? Yeah, I thought that Munguia just wrote that or tweeted or some shit like that that he that Canelo's people reached out to him and that they were working on a deal right now. So this is a little news to me.
I mean, the king of boxing is always gonna have options.
Well, I agree with that, but I would love to see this fight just because of kind of what my man touched on earlier. The narrative that Canelo has going and fucking up the brothers. He beat up Cotto brothers, beat up the Smith brothers, beat up all the brothers pretty much. It's sad to say that he won't be able to beat up the Benavidez brothers, but those are that would have been dope to that's why it would be dope to see. Just so that he can continue, like we were talking about narratives before a few podcasts before. How you build up, like this might be something that he does, right? He beats up brothers just like Devin Haney was beating up champions and so on and so forth. So this would be something cool to see happen. Is it an appealing fight? But it is what it is, right? It's another good name. And that's what it is, the Munguia fight, like a lot of people are backing up on Munguia. I'm not too crazy on Munguia. I don't think he's done anything. His two fights, he struggled against Hogan. He struggled against whatever the fuck his name is, the one with the D, whatever. You know who I'm talking about, right? His last fight.
Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, Derevyanchenko. He struggled with him, and you think he's actually gonna be able to put up with Canelo? You guys are fucking insane. Those are guys that are mediocre guys, and you're actually thinking that a Canelo versus Munguia fight would actually sell. Well, not that it won't sell. It will sell, but it won't be a competitive fight, in my eyes. Things like that. As far as Crawford in the picture, ideally, it looks, on paper, it looks good. I don't see it being a good fight when they get into the ring. I think that Canelo's just too big for Crawford. I know they say that he walks around at this weight, but walking around weight, fighting weight are two different things. And I just don't think that Crawford is ready for something like that. A guy of Canelo's magnitude. It's on paper from a business perspective, it makes sense. The money's there, but as a fan, of boxing, I know that will not be a competitive fight. I think Canelo walks to Crawford easy. He's too used to 168 pounders, 175 pounders. If those guys are not touching him and hurting him, I don't see how a 147 pounder coming up will even touch him or hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So again, on paper it looks good, but ideally it's not a good fight. So I mean, there's not much for him to choose but Benavidez. So I think that's the route that he has to go, and that's what we have to look forward to. That's my call.
Appreciate you. We got Johnny Thunder.
Hey, what's up, Ness? Can you hear me?
I hear you. What's up?
I've been listening to you and the callers for the last hour, man. To be honest with you, I've been losing brain cells.
Fucking hell. Apologies.
So you said you're a businessman, correct?
Correct.
You care about the business. So that means you don't respect the actual sport of boxing, do you?
No, negative.
So you do respect it?
Of course, but I understand business, so I believe...
But you don't care about rankings.
You didn't hear
You don't
me.
care about fighters earning fights.
Well, I just had
You don't
Michael
care about
Safada
any old
on.
motherfucker just walks in and fights for undisputed as long as they make some cash. Are you serious?
I know who this is. What's up, Nova Scotia?
Huh?
How are you?
Nova Scotia. I don't think you know who it is.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry then.
Okay, I'm from Australia. Now, so that's exactly what you said, because you're advocating for motherfuckers who have done nothing. Who even
exactly
suggesting Jermall Charlo fight for undisputed is an offense to boxing. This is a disgrace. Munguia, are you fucking serious? This is embarrassing.
Champ,
okay?
Did you listen to the show, or are you listening to the callers?
I'm listening, man. I'm listening. I'm cooking. Can I cook?
No, you can't.
Okay.
No, you can't because you called in and said that you're losing brain cells for what I said. But it sounds like you're talking about everything the caller said. I never
No,
suggested.
you're arguing it. You're arguing for Benavidez to be last because it makes business sense. So you don't care
I'm
that
not
David's earned the
arguing it.
fight.
I'm
that
not
Munguia-
arguing it. I'm telling you what I believe is going to happen the same way you call in to give me your opinion. My opinion is Al ain't giving us the fight. So I'm a bad guy because I'm telling you that I don't believe we get in the next?
Okay, so Al Heyman decides who Canelo fights. Canelo doesn't decide who he fights. You're going with that narrative as well?
Oh, you think it's a
You don't
narrative?
reckon the cash cow boxing
you think it's
has
a
the
narrative?
authority to choose who he fights, really?
Champion, you think it's a narrative? So explain to us why we got Jermall, who was really supposed to be
Easy.
Jamal.
Easy.
Go ahead, tell us.
Because Canelo wants layups.
Okay.
He wants easy money,
so
and
if
he's never
Canelo-
fighting David Benavidez.
So if
this
Canelo-
narrative, can I just finish? This narrative, if he beats David now, nobody's going to think Jermall has a chance in September. Nobody thinks Jermall has a chance now. That's a layup. Canelo is after easy money, and I'm telling you now, you're not getting Benavidez in September.
You're crazy.
You're not getting him because the same reason you didn't get him in September this last year, or you're not getting him in May. Canelo doesn't want that smoke, man. He doesn't want that smoke, and that's it.
Listen, I don't believe that because Canelo has fought again about 4 to 5 nemesis, Johnny.
None of them are David Benavidez.
It doesn't matter.
None of them are David Benavidez.
It doesn't
David
matter.
Benavidez
It doesn't matter.
is something else, Ness. You should know that.
It doesn't matter. So tell me, is he so much something else that he will literally kill Canelo? Do you think that Canelo will die?
I think he's going to beat the shit out of Canelo, and I think Canelo fears that.
Okay, but
he
will he die?
He knows. Hang on. He's not just going to lose like Bivol going to box his ears off. He knows David might hurt me. David might stop me. Fuck that shit. That's going to ruin my legacy. I don't want that smoke. That's what I think, Ness.
Wait a minute. So
and you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed.
Johnny, being stopped ruins your legacy?
It hurts your legacy when you get beat down by another Mexican. I think it's going to hurt his legacy if he gets beat down.
Stopped.
Yeah. And his ego. He's got an ego, man.
My brother, answer the question, please. Does getting stopped ruin your legacy?
It hurts your legacy. Yeah, he's still going to be a Hall of Famer, yes. He's still going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but
so then tell us,
he got beat down by David Benavidez. That's going to be part of his legacy.
My friend,
and he doesn't want that. Why would he want that?
My friend,
why would he want to take that risk? He's got fucking $500 million, gas stations coming out of his ass. He's got fanboys who are going to defend him fighting Terrence Crawford, a fucking welterweight. Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo's been on the couch 2.5 years, and he's going to fight now. They're going to defend it. So he can do it. He gets away with it, Ness. And you sound, to me, it sounds like you're advocating, you actually want this to happen. Do you want this to happen?
My brother, I know what's going to happen. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. The same way you have an opinion, isn't your opinion
but do you
that
want
he's
it
not...
to happen?
No,
do you
my
want
brother,
it? I know
my
you
brother,
know, but
no,
do you
no,
want
listen,
it? Do you want him to fight Charlo next?
We can only have a one-way conversation, right? I have to stop, then you have to go. The same way you said he is not fighting him, and you came on here very confident. I'm saying he is. But somehow I'm wrong and you're right. Somehow your opinion is facts and mine isn't.
Yeah.
There are two opinions. That's all it is.
Okay. The reason why, because the way Canelo's moving now, to me, should be a lot of evidence that he's avoiding David. He's fought a 154-pounder. Now he's going to fight probably 160-pounder or Munguia. So he's fighting dudes that are layups. To me, this should be, even before that, 40-year-old Triple G. Ryder, okay, Ryder's a mandatory, whatever. He's been doing this a long time. Now it's getting more obvious. So I think this is evidence he doesn't want David smoke. You guys are banking on September. Good luck. I'll come on here and I'll apologize to Ness. I'll say Ness is the man if he fights, and Canelo's the man, everybody, if he fights in September. I'll do that, Ness. But I think you're going to be disappointed in September. That's my take.
I highly doubt I'm disappointed. Like, I highly doubt that you will call in to say that because I've been here before. I went from fucking black hair to gray hair to no hair. Like, dudes don't believe Canelo will do what he will do. He does it, and then they just call in to discredit that person. It's been done, bro. Like, I've been here in the same channel answering the same calls from the same people. Like, Jay Will is the same person. He's literally got 10 years calling in saying Canelo won't fight everyone he fought. These guys will never give you credit. It don't matter. Look, Crawford is the new darling. Someone just called in to say he didn't fight nobody. It will never stop. It's part of the sport. Dudes pick apart everybody. James Benitez, what up?
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. He ain't gonna fucking call back in, man.
I hope he does. And I hope, if he's right, I hope he calls in the gloat. But I believe Canelo's going to fight Benavidez. That's my
I'm
belief.
hoping. I believe he will. And for these guys that want Benavidez next, man, that's I hate when I agree with you, man, but it's like I'm agreeing with you more and more often, man, because like these callers really don't have brain cells, man. Business sense is the only sense, man, that motherfuckers care about, man. It makes business sense to have a fighter like David Benavidez be the last fight. What doesn't make business sense to me is probably have another fighter like a Jaime Munguia or something like that fight him next. That doesn't make business sense to me. I don't like the fight with Jermall Charlo. I don't think he deserved the fight. A lot of callers always said the reasons he got smacked by Caleb Plant. He's goddamn ducked in the corner when Danny Jacobs walked up on him. Ran behind security when David Benavidez walked up on him. Oh, a caller did say that. How the fuck would David Benavidez actually be the co-main for that fight? I don't think he would even feel comfortable doing that. He'll be like, both of those guys that's fighting in the main event are pussy. And it's proven on camera was wonderful.
That builds it up, that gives the animosity people need to buy the fight.
Come on, man. You don't think Charlo will request a separate tunnel or some shit like that for Benavidez to be in?
Bro, we seen Wilder on the undercard of AJ, man. I mean, I think we done seen it all. Like, you know what I mean? I never thought we'd see that, and we did. So if we could get that, I think we got to continue to be optimistic.
Okay. Well, the difference is Davidson has killer in him and Wilder doesn't. So that's why that energy was different. We saw that firsthand recently. I hate when you throw these lobs to me, man. But other than that, man, I don't like Charlo, man. I don't think Charlo, man, like looking at his resume recently, his past opponents, they ain't done shit, man. Like Centennial. At that time people were trying to call in and argue and say, yeah, that's a good fight for Charlo, whoop-de-woo. Man, that motherfucker lost to Antonio Todd, man. Like, come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Hogan lost recently to, I think last year, James Metcalf. And Montiel, his toughest fight, he lost to Adames. And that's a segue, which I wouldn't mind saying that Charlo doesn't deserve to fight. And shout out to Broadway Joel. He stood on 10 toes when he actually released that news and got a lot of slander for it. If Canelo somehow did get a Carlos Adames fight in May and they guaranteed us a David Benavidez fight, I would not be mad. I'm just being serious, man. Like, look, man, we saw what the fuck that Charlo did. We saw what the fuck that Charlo did with Jose Benavidez, man. That pity pat shit ain't gonna do shit to Canelo,
Adames deserves to fight Charlo. He deserves to fight Charlo. I don't think he should skip the line because Charlo, was out of the ring and busy.
We put both of their last performances against each other, man. Say who deserves a Canelo fight next. I think most people would say Adames does. Which I agree that, man, that whole family tree that Capicu said, man, that shit's funny as hell, man. Which the Terrence Bud Crawford shit, they just said that fight would be legacy. Legacy for who? That would be legacy for one side, for the challenger. Not for Canelo. Like what? People want to lead and Canelo wants his legacy to be, I be back-to-back undisputed champions. Nobody gives a fuck about that. He did that shit one time already. So that's over with right there. So we can go ahead and scratch Bud off. I wish we could scratch Charlo off. And long story, and oh yeah, my last thing. How do you think you think Danny Jacobs and Caleb Plant what happened? I just saw a little buzz
I
on it
like
and
that.
everything.
I like that. I like that. That's a good fight too
for
for Plant. You know, he just
for
fought Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight.
that's a good fight. That's a good fight for a co-main for that event.
I like that.
If that Charlo Canelo event. Anyways, man, hey, I'm out, man. Salute to you, man. Thanks for the show. I'm out.
All right. On our community page on youtube.com/theboxingvoice/community, we have the poll going. And what would you prefer for Canelo next? May 4th. You can't get Benavidez. 49% want Canelo versus Crawford. But Johnny from Australia, he tried to take my head off. Okay, Johnny. Look, Jermall 18%, David Morrell 17%. There goes your rankings. Jaime Munguia 14%, Diego Pacheco 1%. There goes your rankings. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But look, then I put this other one. Who y'all prefer for Crawford next? Canelo's 24%, Jerron Ennis 55%, Zoo 19%, Tim. Oh shit! I put Tim Zoo twice. Fuck! I did put Johnny back just in case he want to move up and get 2 belts at 60. Damn, I ain't know I put fucking Tim Zoo twice. Damn it! Shout out to the hard Dean, baby. Leo H-Town, what up?
What up, Ness? What up?
What's good with you?
Hey, Ness, tell that Australian dude to go jerk off kangaroos. He don't know boxing. Hey, and the other guy talking about Canelo need to fight undefeated fighters. Hey, man, usually that comes from Floyd guys. You know, Floyd only fought 3 seeded undefeated champions: Patton, Corrales, and Canelo. His whole career. Canelo has fought Trout, Smith, Plant, Floyd, Bibble, Golovkin, and like 2 more other guys. I can't think. The other Smith, I believe, was undefeated as well. He got like 7 undefeated champions with O's that he's taken. If he beats Jermall, that'll be 8, I believe. 8 undefeated champions he's beat in his career. Man, I don't know, man. If it's a good fight, it's a good fight because people have been wanting it for years. Now they're acting like they didn't want it because now they think Benavidez is the flavor of the month now. And they're talking about Canelo is taking advantage of smaller guys. Canelo's 5'7.5", walks around maybe 180. Charlo brother are 6 foot. You know, David Benavidez was up at 300 pounds at one point and is 6'2", I believe, and walks around 240, 220 pounds. You know, Canelo done cleared 2 generations. The generation before him, his generation. Now they want Canelo to clear the future generation and Benavidez and Munguia and them coming up. I mean, he ain't never gonna have nobody happy because these guys are just haters. They don't know boxing. They don't know what they're talking about. They just want to hate on the man, the 5'7.5" Mexican that's too big for the 6 footers. I mean, make it make sense, Ness. Tell me, how does that make sense, Ness, that he's too big for the 6 footers?
Bro, you're just a fanboy, man. You're just a Canelo fanboy, bro. That's the only way you can make it make sense.
Like it makes no damn sense. Like either you just hate Canelo, period. You know what I mean? And you don't want to give him no credit for I don't know why. I mean, like I said, the man's beat about 7 seeded undefeated champions. Undefeated, 0. The guy they call TBE beat 3 his whole career. 3. His whole career. Seeded undefeated champions. I mean, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
why you cooking like
let me correct that. Let me correct that. He faced 7, lost to 2, and beat 5. But he faced 0 guys that got old, champions that got 0s, not champions that have been defeated 2, 3 times, 4 times. I mean, what do you want from Canelo? I mean, it makes no sense, Ness. Now, is the fight better than Crawford financially? No, because everybody knows Crawford more. He's the hot commodity right now. He'll make more money financially. Yeah, Crawford would be better, and that even look better on Canelo's resume because he could say he beat 2 undisputed champions in his career. No, I mean, because that's what it's gonna say. I mean, you're gonna say he was too small, but he'll still say 2 undisputed champions beat by Canelo. That's all I got, Ness.
Champ, why you had to cook like that, man? They gonna hate.
They don't know. They don't know.
They gonna hate on you, man. Yo, you should take that with that research. My man said he beat more undefeated champs. Somebody gonna have to look that up. We got Baby Joker. What up?
Yo, buenas noches, Ness. Can you hear me?
Sure do.
Yeah, what's up, bro? What do I think about the fight? I mean, I don't want it. Everybody, the correct answer is David. I mean, we ain't getting it, bro. We ain't getting it. Next, it's business. Motherfuckers invest a lot of motherfucking money into these fighters. You know, they got to get their money some way. We got to keep the PBC rolling. We can't let them lose more money, bro. You know?
You know it.
I don't understand how these motherfuckers want to tell other men what to do. Fuck. I've been watching the sports since fucking 1996. You know, a fight that we never got and we wanted to was fucking Morales Marquez, bro. That shit always happens. Sometimes we don't get the fights. Sometimes we do. Just gotta learn to fucking enjoy the goddamn sport. These people be talking shit because he don't want to fight David or he's scared of David. That shit is crazy. That Bender was some of the best motherfucking fighters that we've seen, bro. You know, Golovkin was supposed to knock his ass out. It didn't happen. Jacobs was supposed to beat him because he was a slick black fighter. That didn't happen. You know, his whole career, I heard he was scared of black fighters, but fuck, he's 6-1 against black fighters. Not too shabby for the flat-footed, one-dimensional Mexican. I like it though, Nez. Let him collect another fucking set of brothers. Let him add another body to the black. This is the real black executioner, Ness. This is the real Mexican monster. Not the other guy that you want to call. It's the born Mexican killer that's been doing it for fucking 18 years. If that dude's gonna do what he's gonna do, bro. We can't ask him to do shit that he's not gonna do. If he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it.
Do you think he does it though? Cause they saying
Hell yeah. I believe he does. And if he doesn't, well, wow, fuck. Like I said, bro, Morales never fucking gave Marquez the chance. And Morales has been openly saying he didn't fucking want to fight him because he was looking at bigger shit. He had just fought Barrera and he was looking at more money, other stuff. He said he didn't bring anything to the table. He was a younger dude coming up, knocking out people. That it was a risk. I didn't think I was gonna lose, but this is a business. I'm trying to make money to fucking to have my future generation set. He said it was bad that we never got the fight, but at the end of the day, this fucking sport is a business. When you get to the top, you gotta stay at the top. You can't go up there and then fucking lose it immediately. Yeah, bro, these motherfuckers calling them crying is crazy as fuck. I believe we do get it at the end of the year. You know, because I want to see it. I believe we all want to see that shit. That's all I got, Ness. Have a good night, bro.
All right, champ. J-Mac attack.
Yo, Ness.
Yo, J-Mac.
Did he say another black body?
I guess.
Man, that guy, he's very interesting. Just another Canelo sheep, man. Like the guys, the one before, Baby Joker, shout out to them. True meaning of man of fan. I keep hearing a lot of people reference the Charlo. I think what y'all leaving out of the context is it's not that we disappointed by the fight. We just realized Charlo got been out the ring for quite a while. We saw who he fought in his last fight, and we just don't think it's the best version of him. I think that was his brother Edgar Alvarez posted something about 2018 Charlo. In 2024, Charlo, yeah, man, that's like trying to spin on words, man. 2018, Charlo was hungry, undefeated. Well, still undefeated. Definitely, I think a champion, if I'm not mistaken. And that might be the actual version of Canelo when he moved up and chose not to fight him for his mandatory. 2024, Charlo, we don't know if he's the same fighter. And that question, and I mean, that's just clearly cut is true. So when somebody crying about the fight, there's a reason why. If Charlo was still that same hungry fighter, moving around with the same energy, I don't think many people will be complain about this fight, but maybe we won't be getting this fight. Because anybody saying he's gonna clearly fight David, I think they just reading it and riding that rainbow and wishing upon a star with that shit because it's clear as day that that's not his plans. I think what you said was pretty logical for us breaking it down from the business aspect. I really don't care for that. Canelo does pick his fights. Shout out to the I think it was that an Australian guy that called in here.
Yes, sir.
What's he going? Okay, and shout out to him. I mean, Canelo is clear. They pick his fights. L don't tell him. He go in there and tell L what he got, and L say what I can and cannot do. And Charlo is clearly a payday on his way out. I don't expect to be competitive due to the fact of the state of mind where Charlo is as a fighter, and we gotta keep that in mind. As far as the Bud fight, I think that's a big fight. I think Bud is if one of the best names for Canelo only due to the fact of his resume and everything he accomplished in the sport, and people deem him as the best pound for pound fighter. So it'll definitely be a big fight. David Benavidez is that guy that's just been hanging around and nobody want to fight him. He cleaning up, beating one of my favorite fighters in Andrade. I think the Canelo fight is long past overdue. It's just a style matchup. I don't think that suits Canelo well at this point in his career because he want to keep his sell his image that nobody's beating his version of Canelo. Man, shout out to Jay Benitez, man. A mini guy who trolls a lot but has no type of substance to his cause. He just said he agrees with you and continue agreeing with you. But the only reason why he agrees is because he has nothing to talk about unless it's trolling something or coming up with something dumb, irrelevant, and stupid to talk about.
Champ, that's the
Shit,
bell.
I ain't got much of anything else.
That's the
That's my
bell,
call.
but yeah, it's strange that you would call him all those names when you yourself said you agree with me in the way I broke it down. So that was strange. You know what I'm saying? Like you said you agree that Crawford should be next, and you know you said you like that. So like I don't know. Brandon Lands, what up?
What up, Ness? Can you hear me?
I hear you, champ.
What's up with your boy, man? What's up with your boy Canelo? I remember I've been calling into this show for like 3 years, 4 years, maybe 3 years probably. And you used to tell me like, tell Benavidez to do something because you got to do something to earn a Canelo shot. So now I'm trying to figure out like what the fuck has Jermall Charlo done to earn the fight? Like what he do at 168, especially. What has he done? I mean, that you've been watching this sport for a while. Is like, have you ever seen a person like bypass his rival or the guy who everybody want to see him fight and then fight a dude on his undercard instead of him? I never seen that.
Oh, so you saying that's
Have you ever
disrespectful?
say what?
You saying that's disrespectful?
No, I'm just trying to figure. I've never. I'm trying to ask. Have you ever seen that before? I ain't never seen nobody do that.
I mean,
Especially nobody in his position.
I know you be busy. You know what I'm saying? Pumping
Yeah,
iron. I know how you
yeah,
roll. So maybe you miss
yeah.
Benavidez Sr., who's also coach and manager of his son, say that they was
Okay.
willing to be on the undercard of anybody.
No. I'm talking about if he fights Jermall Charlo, who was on David Benavidez's undercard, his last fight. I've never seen nobody skip the headline or the main event and the rival of Canelo. He's skipping David Benavidez to fight a person that was fighting on his undercard instead of him.
Well, technically,
Next.
technically, he's not skipping. Charlo was in line first.
In line first. Okay, but like when was this? Like how long ago?
Oh wow.
It's like
I mean,
yeah, like how long?
some callers, I won't name names, but some callers will tell us that Jermall and Jermell been on the list since Canelo was at 154.
Yes, and I'm trying to figure out how that's pertinent or like relevant to our conversation here in January 2024.
Is
Like,
relevant
how does that
because
make sense?
it's relevant
Because
because
like his
again,
last two fights, Ness, you know, he tell like based on
people.
what people used to tell us, like do something. His last two fights was Montiel, which was a struggle. Then there was 600 days of inactivity between that to fighting Jose Benavidez at 160 for the first, like his first time ever fighting at that weight.
Can we
And it was a catch weight. It was a catch weight, and he missed the catch weight by 3 pounds. So like, what is he?
Can we switch
Say
subjects
what?
just for a bit because I feel like
No,
you're
I
directing
don't want to switch subject. I don't want to switch
you're
subject.
directing a
I
lot of
don't.
anger at
I don't want to
me.
switch subject. I don't want to switch subject. I want to stay on Canelo and then David
No,
Benavidez because this is my favorite
it
fighter, and I'm kind of
is.
annoyed by it.
It is gonna be
Say what?
Canelo. It is gonna be Canelo. I'm just saying, I just feel like you directing a lot of anger at me, as if
No.
I'm in control.
This ain't got to do with you. This ain't got shit to do with you.
So I wanted to
This is
ask
about
a
Canelo.
question. Cool. Well, you seem to be directing a lot of anger at Canelo, but right, and other fans too. I wanted to ask a question. Wasn't it public knowledge that Canelo turned down an offer that consisted of Earl and Benavidez?
No, it was Charlo and Benavidez.
Okay, Charlo.
And then Benavidez by himself.
Okay.
And it was Benavidez by himself after that. So there's two. This will be the third. Well, I don't know how many times he done skipped him, but this is the second time.
No. But you want to, and I'm glad. Hey, for anybody that doesn't know, this guy is like the producer in the back end. So I'm glad that your memory is that good, and that you've given us. You said 2 offers because this one we don't know the terms the way that we know the failed negotiations, right? Because the failed negotiations came out with opponents, named opponents, meaning Al, right? What you guys claim doesn't happen, there is proof that happens, right? Al offered, you just said Charlo and Earl, or was it? Can you help us again?
No, Charlo and Benavidez, and then Benavidez again by himself. Yeah.
Oh, so there is a third one. Remember, because you're forgetting the one where Earl was included. Remember, there was one where Earl was included. At a catch.
It was not that I know. I remember it was Charlo and Benavidez, and then Benavidez by himself.
Champ, let me trigger your memory. Remember the catch weight offer for Earl at 164? You don't?
Yeah, I don't. I vaguely remember. I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Look. Never mind that. The point that I'm making is that Al is sending the offers with the names attached. Is he not?
I mean, sure. But you act like so Canelo has no say so, and like he doesn't have. He's just he has no control in this at all. Is that what you're trying to insinuate?
You just gave us public knowledge of Al sending offers with attached names, sir.
I get you, but like, Canelo, does that mean but he turned them down too, though, right? He did turn those down.
Hey, if Canelo wants to make the set amount of money, he's got to fight the fighter that Al has on that offer.
But next, he turned them down twice.
No,
like he turned both offers.
No, you're right. You're right. So now you're saying that magically somehow.
He has say so. Basically, he has say so in like who he fights because he turned them down twice. He turned them down and then went to the zone. Remember? He turned those fights down to go to the zone.
You're not allowing me to speak because you have your mind made up, and that's cool. I mean, we can let you go ahead and get it off your chest.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, he turned those down to go to the zone and did the 3-fight deal over there instead. Remember?
Exactly.
And he just finished that up.
So are you insinuating that when he came back, somehow the negotiations changed and Al said, "Look, Canelo, you've turned us down. So guess what? I'm gonna give you blank checks and you fight whoever you want."
No, I'm not insinuating. I'm just saying that he has a say in who he fights. I'm pretty sure. So
again, how does he have a say other than saying yes and no? Because Al is sending the offer. Al is sending the offer.
So wait a minute. Okay. So you're saying none of this is on Canelo. This is on Al.
No, I'm saying it's public knowledge that Al sent offers to Canelo. Just like it's public knowledge that Al sent offers to Gennady Golovkin for Charlo. So if Gennady accepts, he got to fight Charlo. So that means Canelo accepted whatever Al sent. So whatever's happening is what Al wanted. But somehow you want to change that today.
Okay, I hear this. So the first time it was supposed to be the big Charlo, right? Not Jermall. Why was Jermall? Because Jermall wasn't quote unquote ready, right? He wasn't ready the first time, right? So he wasn't. So meaning, so the only reason why he didn't happen because he wasn't ready. Now,
Allegedly.
how would Al? Yeah. So allegedly. So how would that even happen? If why would Al have to tell him he wasn't ready? If Al was the one making the offer.
Because
You understand what I'm saying?
because he believed that Jermall would be ready. He didn't believe that
Oh, okay.
Jermall.
He believed. So it wasn't Canelo asking for Jamal and Al just responding he's not ready. Would you like to fight Jermall instead?
My brother.
It was
Okay, so wait a minute. So we got to go back to the beginning because now you're saying that you believe Team Canelo called and said, "Yo, we want blank checks and we decide what we want." You don't believe that it continued to come from Al. Like, we got previous 3 offers that came from Al, but somehow you saying what? Tell us, like, say it out the fucking mouth what it is that you're saying. Because the only way we got, only facts we got is that Al sends the fucking offer with the boxer attached to the offer.
Well, we want to talk facts. I mean, factually, the last 3 voluntaries for Canelo have been against guys who never fought at 168. That's a fact.
Voluntary.
Those are facts.
You said
yes, exactly. So
voluntary.
Yes.
That means I have
yes,
the
voluntary.
right.
Meaning he's choosing to fight people who've never fought at the division, literally ever.
No. What it means is, as a fucking champion who earned his belt, I have the right to fight anybody I want.
Yes.
Okay.
But not anybody at 168. But whenever he did fight the dude, the one mandatory at 168, people were asking was he washed. But instead, we gonna fight a dude that's coming up 2 weight classes in Charlo. We fought Triple G, who was fighting at 168 for the first time ever. And now we talking about fighting Jermall Charlo, who never fought at 168. Then they talking about Crawford coming up 3 weight classes. And nobody but Benavidez. Anybody but Benavidez, right? Anybody.
Blame
but
Al
Benavidez.
Heyman. Blame Al Heyman.
Blame Al. Okay. Blame Al. All right. Well, so we gonna blame Al for Triple G fighting at 168 for the first time. We gonna blame him for that too?
Listen. Let me ask you a question. When Canelo didn't take Al's offer and he went to Matchroom, did he pick over there or did Matchroom give him the fighters they had available? Did they not say? Did they
well,
not
he fought
say,
Triple G. He fought Triple G next, and after saying he had no reason to fight Triple G.
There's not. We can't have. You know how Discord works. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say facts. You just living off emotion. The facts are that it is public knowledge.
Right.
It's all on Canelo's old contract that the Zone wanted Triple G so bad they were willing to pay him $47 million. Excuse me, they were willing to pay Canelo $47 million plus upside for that fight. So
yes.
we know the Zone and Matchroom sent Canelo an offer to fight Gennady. Not that he picked Gennady, that if he wants to make money, if he wants that check, he got to fight that fighter because that network and promoter want that shit to happen. That's how we make
what's the difference
money.
What's the difference between that and Al offering him $55 million to fight Benavidez? What's the difference?
The difference is
55 plus upside.
This contract, Al didn't offer it first, or else it would have happened first.
And he went to his own after the contract was offered. You know that, right?
No, my brother, I know that. I'm talking about the 3-fight deal we living in with PBC and Al Heyman and Canelo.
Okay.
It is evident. It is evident. It is completely obvious that Al Heyman did not offer Benavidez first. It's obvious.
Okay. He didn't offer him, but he already turned down 2 offers already.
Hold on.
So it's
hold on. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Did Al offer Keith Thurman to Terrence Crawford, or did he offer him Earl?
We have no knowledge of that, man. We have no knowledge of that.
Oh, we don't? Last I checked, it's public knowledge that he offered him Earl with a rematch both ways.
But we don't know what he offered first because it was. I remember Crawford saying he don't want to fight
We
nobody else
know
but
what the
Evans.
fuck
I
he
remember him
got.
saying that too.
We know what the fuck he got. And what he didn't get was no Keith Thurman. He got Earl and a rematch.
That's right.
Okay.
That's what he ended up being.
Okay,
But we don't know if he offered him that because he said I don't want to fight nobody else but Earl.
Motherfuckers get what Al sends.
Right. But Canelo has no. You saying he don't have no say? I mean, I get what you're saying.
I mean, we got
but it's Canelo.
We got public knowledge of Al Heyman selling Canelo 3 different offers, brother.
And he turned 2 of them down. So why would he even try to offer him again? Like, okay,
and that's fine.
bro, we see.
Oh,
you get it?
Hold on.
You get what I'm saying?
Hold on. It's because your narrative just now changed. Now you're saying, well, he turned 2 of them down, so why would we even offer Benavidez? Okay, so then why are we getting Charlo? And why was it the first fight on the contract? Because guess what?
Well, the first fight because Jamal wasn't ready, right?
Finish.
And then it went to the little brother.
Let me finish.
Bottom line is anybody but Benavidez. That's the bottom line.
Let me finish.
Anybody but Benavidez.
Let me finish. Yeah. Let me finish. Your narrative was that they've offered him so much, so they won't offer him now. But then how does that work? It makes 0 sense because he also did not take the contract in the past that consisted of Jermall Charlo, who was scheduled to be the first fight on this 3-fight deal. So again,
because
your narrative don't work. Your narrative don't work.
His name was on the paperwork. That's why his name was in ironclad.
We got other callers. You just emotional.
Yeah, go ahead.
Counterpunch from Stainless CYP.
What up? Shout out to Stainless, man. Shout out. Keeping it going. You know what? On the real, I ain't got too much bragging, too much gloating. I just say I love Canelo for making Tank look so good with his bringing people up to fight him narrative. That would mean Canelo is now the man who brings dudes up. So I want y'all Canelo fans listening, keep that fucking energy when we talk about the move up king. I want y'all to keep that. We already got the catchweight king, Canelo. Now he's the move up king, Canelo. And CYP fighters always seem to be getting the big fights. Damn. The CYP fighters seem to be the guys that put on the events. So thank you, Canelo, again, for choosing one of my guys to fight again. Yeah, you cherry picked him when that motherfucker shouldn't be fighting a caliber you in no damn May. But fuck it. You know why I say fuck it? Because it's boxing business, man. And that's the way the business goes. That's why it's TBX. It's not for the boxing, boy. No, it's called the business. Xing out all the bullshit. TBX, domination. That's all I gotta say. I'm gone. Y'all have fun complaining like you fucking always do.
Let me get so here's something for Brandon Lands. This is Earl before the Crawford fight, leading into it. He says, a fight against Canelo Alvarez sounds good, but I mean, Alvarez has a 3-fight deal with Premier Boxing Champions, so I don't know who it could be in that deal. Spence told Sean Jattel in an interview with Fight Hype. It could be David Benavidez, then Jermall Charlo, and whoever else. He had PBC head Al Heyman and whoever he did the deal with. They probably already got the names picked out. It's already pre-written. I have no idea. I get people's speculation, but at the end of the day, it's nothing but speculation. Yeah, I might jump up weight class. I don't think we need to read the rest. You understand? You know, just a dude that works with Al telling you the names is already written. Yeah, I mean, somehow these haters want to make you think Canelo out here choosing. Like Al ain't asked for Jermall first. Like Al ain't trying to get 3 Canelo paydays, 3 Canelo gates, 3 Canelo pay-per-views on his resume. The thing is, you dudes, you don't understand business. Mike, what up? Mike, we hear you.
Shout out to my truck drivers, man. Shout out to the truck drivers, you know what I mean? Moving on that East Coast, Northeast. I-95, what up? Damn. Yo, we forgot about Errol supposed to fight Canelo next. Bud fucked that up. Canelo, I don't get it. At one point they said Canelo don't fight African American fighters. Now he trying to put hands on the twins. They mad. I don't get that. Turkey said he want big fight. Heyman, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Canelo, Benavidez ain't gonna fight Canelo, and Canelo ain't fighting Benavidez. That's out the window. You know what I mean? I'm not even mad. Canelo been through a lot. Everybody just want to see Canelo get beat the fuck up. I'm sorry. Why? The man put in mad work. Like, motherfuckers don't love boxing, man. They don't like what they see, man. They just don't like the money. Same shit with Devin Haney. They don't like the money. It's all about the money. When whoever making the money, the hate comes. Scavengers, snakes, everything. You know what I mean? But nah, the man said he ain't fighting no Mexican, man. Respect it. You know what I mean? It's sad other fighters can't move like him or say shit like him. But that's what you call a prize fighter, the face of boxing. I'm sorry, man. Canelo is the man. He moves like it. It's either you gonna buy it or don't. And I fuck with Nello, so I'm buying this fight. You see what I'm saying? I ain't mad at the player. Hate the game, niggas. Y'all sorry ass niggas. Hate the game. Get out the way or get rolled over. You know the saying. That's East. You know, you from New York. You know what I mean? Big up to Turkey, man. Heyman should have did this years ago. He got fighters sitting down 2-3 years and ain't moving like that, you know? That's my vibe, man. Ness, you doing your thing, player. You know, I fuck with you, man. Shout out to them truck drivers, man. Keep shouting them out, because, you know.
Appreciate you, Mike. You already know, man. Stay safe on the road. If you want to call in, the number to call, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. We got Twitter Spaces, Discord, rocking and rolling. Let me get to these super chats. Looks like we last stopped off at Mike Likes TV. We got RRT boxing with Mr. A, $5. This is definitely a Fanager fight. Served with extra wax sauce on the side. Hashtag Hardin. 3 faces in clouds of Hardin smoke. Let me bring my Hardin near me. We got Mini Mage? No, wait. Mimi. I don't know. Mimic, maybe? Mimic McGage? I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay. We're going to go with Mimi. Yeah. And then welcome to the prospect level. RRT boxing with Mr. A, $5. I think David kills the Canelo brand with a beatdown as well. Hashtag Hardin, 3 faces in clouds of Hardin smoke. I just don't see what that means. Like, bro, Canelo's on the end of his career anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Killing the brand makes no sense. You retire, the brand isn't over. Mayweather retired, the brand ain't over. Marquez retired, his brand is far from over. He's doing so much more now, Marquez, commentating everywhere, you know. ESPN Deportes, has his own podcast, works with ProBox, commentates with ProBox. He was there when I was there Wednesday, you know, commentating live. Like, I don't know. Brand is killed. You guys sound weird. My man got his own telephone and gas stations. Somehow his brand's going to be killed. Come on, man. Get on his level, bro. JJ Jones, $5. Jermall about to beat the Mexican out of Canelo. What? We got the boxing ambassador, member for 22 months on that champ level. Ask the callers to propose another opponent. Let's hear who is good enough to fight Canelo. I'm curious to hear that. I mean, it's only going to be Benavidez at this point. He's the man that they think can beat him. RRT boxing with Mr. A, and that's only because Earl, lost. Like, if Earl would have beat Crawford, more people would have been one Earl. RRT boxing with Mr. A, $5. Pre-prediction, will these look like Parker versus Wilder? Hashtag Hardin, 3 faces and clouds of Hardin smoke? No way. No way. No way. Imagine if Jermall did a Parker. That would be crazy. Okay, Leo in Houston, H-Town, stand up. He came back and said, my bad. It was 8 undefeated champs he beat. 6 undefeated champs after Maul. It'll be 9 seeded undefeated champs. Floyd faced 3, but hey, Canelo is a duck. Clown emoji for y'all. Salute. We going out to Kingborn, Brooklyn.
Hey, yo, y'all hear me, right? Yo,
Yes,
Ness, man, what's good, man?
What up?
You hear me?
Yep.
Listen, man, live chat, power chat, backcourt brothers. Listen, man, I've been in, you know what I mean? I just been laying back and stuff and all that. And I just been analyzing everything this week. Boom. All right, number 1. So this Camboso fighting a civilian. No, Loma fighting a civilian Camboso. That's gonna be interesting, man. Now, one thing we know about Loma, he's nice with the hands, and Loma, this a good this not even tune up, man. Everybody right now, if you in your car, do me a favor, just put on the heat, press the button off. That's what this Loma is. It ain't a tune up. It ain't even checking your tire. It's just putting on the heat, or put on your windshield wipers. Put them on, put them off. That's what this is. So this is lower than a tune up. Everybody know Loma gonna destroy that boy. Number 2, peace to Turkey, peace to the man from Turkey, Turkey Sheik dude, Saudi Arabia dude. Yeah, we like that Devin Haney and Tank. Saudi Arabia, yes, we definitely like that. And we want that. And remember I said, man, give that man 50, give the other man 50. Y'all got your wish. You're welcome. You're gonna get the fight. Now listen, man. Today's topic about this damn Big Charlo 168. Man got mental problems, mental issues, going through things, fighting Canelo, man. That's a sacrifice, man. That they sacrificing Big Charlo. They know he ain't the man no more.
Who they? Say
He
his
been
name.
inactive. He got stuff going on with his mind. When your mind going, you going. You heard? So what I want to say with that, all right, so cool. Canelo beat Charlo. Then what? Who he gonna fight? Everybody mad at this Amazon Prime thing. I love it. Now I'm gonna go back to getting the Prime thing. March 30th. Blame Al, run with Al. It's either they gonna blame you or they gonna run with you. Yeah, everybody mad we ain't getting the Benavidez fighting Canelo. It's cool. He could get the Bill rematch. He could get Morel. Well, Morel 168. He got some things going on. But listen, motherfuck the goddamn Jermall Charlo and Canelo shit. Ain't nobody cared about that. He just beat his brother. He just beat his little brother. Now he gonna beat the big brother. Canelo said that 6 months ago. We forgetting that? So I'm gonna tell y'all that I say that to say this, man. What Canelo gonna do next? I ain't even interested in it. I'm more interested in AJ and Ngannou. You know what I'm saying? Chaos. A lot of people putting their money on Ngannou, talking about he gonna knock out AJ.
Champ, that's the bell. Hutch, what up?
What up with it, Ness?
What it do?
Hey,
Hey yo, when did you and CYP get back cool, man?
I mean, I don't hold grudges, champ.
I feel you. Yeah, with the Canelo thing, I mean, I'm cool with the Charlo fight. I mean, I would rather see Benavidez, cause he's done way more for me lately than Charlo has. But yeah, I'm cool with either one. Both guys I wanted to see them fight for a long time, so either way, I'm good with watching either one. I'm gonna pay for it. And yeah, I mean, pretty much that's all I got, man. I just wanted to voice my opinion on the fight. Like, I prefer Benavidez, but you know, I'll still pay for the Charlo to help kick PBC off on Prime. Sending them some money their way, and then yeah, man, if y'all not a member of the champ level, man, y'all need to get there. Ness and Denny been making me some money, man. I need to get on there, man. That's all I got for you, champ.
All right. Appreciate you. Trees Toledo.
Yo.
Yo.
What up, though? With this topic, I'm hearing Canelo and Charlo on May 4th. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not surprised when we got little Charlo on the 30th. When I came out there, I figured that's something that we would get. Canelo known for beating up brothers, so it's like it all makes sense. If you're gonna put it on May 4th, like he is, get right fight. So hopefully to set up him and Benavidez in September. I'm with the shit. But on the undercard or something like this, I don't know if the Charlo brothers is back cool, but I was thinking I put it out there earlier on the back call. Hey, Ness, what you think about Jermall Charlo if he, I don't know how, like I said, I don't know if they cool or whatnot, but if he was on the undercard, what you think about Jermall Charlo versus like a Kyron Davis or something like that at 160? I feel like Kyron Davis I like, but I know he's gonna come to fight.
He fought Jermall.
That's what I'm saying. But now you fight your brother. If Big Brother fighting Canelo, who little brother already fought, why not you put Kyron Davis and Charlo type shit? I feel like I say, Kyron Davis, one of them guys who come to fight. I like him, and then he one of the PBC staple type of guys. I feel like he one of them people that they probably gonna give an opportunity on Amazon. Why not give him Jermall Charlo? I like it because I don't know what Charlo gonna do with Zoo. I don't know what he's doing with them belts. You see what I'm saying? I don't see him fighting Adamas or nothing like that. So, I don't know. I would like to see something like that. And then I gotta say, I want Fulton to come back, put him on I don't know. Do we got a whole card with this, or is this just rumored for that man with Canelo and Charlo, and Big Charlo?
Nah, it's just a rumor about Charlo and Canelo.
Okay, but yeah, it all makes sense, man. We seen this coming a mile away. We ain't gonna. It was only so many options that we could expect him to give us. You feel me? He already fought Caleb Plant and whatnot, so it's like it's either hell you gonna give us Charlo, the Charlos and the Benavidez. I don't know what motherfuckers complaining about, but shit. Shout out TBV, shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Y'all be cool.
All right. Trees, appreciate you. Hawk, Maryland.
Yo, can you hear me, Ness?
You know it.
All right, let me make sure this thing on. Okay, cool. All right. Yo, hit that like, subscribe, and Ness, you putting in the work. So it might be Charlo and Canelo. I'll come right out and say I'd rather be Benavidez, but I like, everybody got behind, they're bringing up, Charlo with all his mishaps going on with the drinking or whatever he got going on. But everybody got behind Mr. Tyson Fury when he was a fuck up and he came back. Then they got behind him with all his, and they got behind Mr. Big Baby Miller, who kept turning in the dirties. So I see no reason to not get behind Charlo. All I hope is that Charlo takes it serious and puts in that work and comes to win. Because I do have good memory when it comes to boxing, and Charlo at his best is a very dangerous fighter. So if he come in and he come to fight, and he come at his best. I'm a Canelo fan, but if Charlo come at his best, then that fight is up. That fight is up in the air. So I'm not going to underestimate him. I'm gonna hope that he come at his best. I get behind that brother. I hope he do come at his best, train hard, and whatever he got going on. Everybody got behind Tyson Fury, and they got behind Big Baby. Everybody get behind Charlo, and he get his shit together and get out there, and he can make a good showing. I don't think he ain't gonna do it like his brother. I got a lot more confidence in him. If he get his shit together, I like Jamil in that fight. So yeah, I'll take that fight. That'll be a good fight. You know, like I said, Benavidez, I'd rather see that, but I know it ain't happening. So it is what it is. That's my call, man. I hope Jamil show up like he really can, and train and come for real. Then everybody's gonna be seriously surprised they underestimated that guy, because he's a very dangerous fighter at his best. You just got to see if he come at his best. But that's my call, Ness.
I appreciate you. We got Jersey Bob. What up?
Hello, how's it going?
All is good. What up with you?
I got a question for you. This PBC deal, they start off with a pay-per-view. Now, Rick Glazer has been alluding to that Amazon ain't giving Al any money. He just giving them time. Doesn't it coming out with a pay-per-view like play to that? Like Amazon ain't really paying him any money. So the only way he gonna really put on shows is through pay-per-view.
I mean, if that's the case, yes and no. But there is supposed to be another network deal announced by the end of the month, man. I mean, obviously that was supposed to have been announced. It's getting pushed back. But, yeah, man, he should be getting something else.
Well, we'll see. This fight, I mean, come on, Charlo. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Seriously, that's bad business. You putting this. The dude had mental health issues. He fought. I mean, a washed up Benavidez. Now you put him in with Charlo, and now we're supposed to pay. Come on, man. That's not good business. That's not a good fight. I heard people like they're gonna pay for it. Why? Why would you pay for that fight? You know that dude Charlo has no chance of winning fight. Come on, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand what Al Heyman. I don't understand what he's looking at. I don't understand what he's trying to do. He's already run how many networks he got to run out before we realize this guy. He really is not a good businessman. So I don't know. Are you for this fight, Ness?
Nah,
him fighting
man,
Charlo?
I would prefer Crawford.
I mean, come on. This is why boxing in the state of it. You can't put another Charlo after the other Charlo performed so horribly and didn't fight. You putting another Charlo in there with him? Come on, nobody with nobody with any brains would do that. Nobody. Come on, man. Who would do that? I'm gonna put the other Charlo in there. Come on, that is ridiculous. That's terrible business.
Champ,
that's terrible, man.
Remember that this is just a rumor. And remember that sometimes people leak things to see what you think, right? And then they might change the way they moving based off what they hear, you know?
Man, they better change what they moving. And this is what I'm gonna say also. If Tank Davis doesn't fight Devin, Stevenson, or Lopez, I'm not paying anymore. I'm done. I'm not paying for any fight. He don't fight them three. I don't see him with anybody else. And I don't know why people like Ryo. Come on, man. Come on, Ryo. I just don't understand, man. With Al Heyman, he could. Boxing is booming. All he gotta do is put Tank in there with one of them guys, and you got boxing hot. He gonna put him in with Ryo. And I know that's a rumor too, but that's ridiculous too. That's a horrible fight. I don't understand, man, what PBC is
Champ,
doing. Maybe you can explain to me now. What are they thinking with these matchups?
I mean, no clue, bruh. No clue. You brought up Glazier. He say he feel like if this the way they coming out, is bound to fail. Days, wagwan.
Nestor Bombaras Clot. Oh, you can't hear no.
I hear you.
Nestor Bombaras Clot Gibbs. Why going, Bridget?
Chilling. What up with you?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm about to talk my shit. This just proves everything that I think about Al Heyman, man. Al Heyman, he's just bad for the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see this shit, man. I mean, Ness, look at how many PBC fighters like had their careers like damaged last year because of this dumbass nigga Al Heyman, bro. Like you just keep throwing your top fighters in the fire when you know they're not ready to go in that fire, bro. Like I don't get it, bro. I'm not understanding. I'm like, and I thought with the whole Amazon shit, I thought Al Heyman would change, but it's gonna be the same thing, bro. This Amazon shit ain't gonna last long, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and predict it's only gonna last about 2 years for Amazon Gold. Yeah, these niggas ain't making enough money because bruh, the man, Big Charlo, he only fought one fight in 2 years, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You gonna throw him in there with Canelo because he beat Jose Benavidez? Really? Why not throw him in there with the dude that slapped him? Why not throw him in there with Caleb Plant? That's a much better matchup for Big Charlo, not Canelo. Canelo's gonna destroy this man, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we want to see Canelo fight two people, bruh. And that's Terrence Crawford or David Benavidez. That's it. We don't want to see him in there with nobody. I mean, I think people rather see him get in the ring at this point with David Morrell than Big Charlo, just because David Morrell's been active. You know what I'm saying? But this is bad, man. This is bad for the sport of boxing. I mean, we still don't know who Tank's fighting. That's crazy. I mean, when are we going to get the Tank announcement? Who's the second biggest star on PBC? Who is Tank fighting? Chris Colbert? You gonna fight Pitbull? You know what I'm saying? You gonna fight Rayo? You know? Why not make the Tank and Haney fight, bro? That's good for the sport of boxing. This guy Al Heyman, man, he's really becoming like a cancer to boxing. You know what I'm saying? And CYP is still gonna support this fucker. You know what I'm saying? But that's my call, Ness.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. We got Josh. What up? All right. We got Caesar. What up?
Yo, what's up with it, Ness?
What's good with you?
Nah, shit. Just gonna chime in real quick before I clock in for work. I just barely caught the end of this shit, so I haven't really heard much of what's going on. I just saw that the rumors on Charlo and Canelo, right? But if there's any Charlo fans still out there, y'all should be happy that he's fighting Canelo because he's giving him a payday. The only other fight Charlo really had, I mean, well, Benavidez' other fight that he could have had would be against Charlo. He already beat Caleb. You know, he wants Canelo. It doesn't make sense for him to fight. I mean, it does make sense for him to fight Canelo, but I think as a business, they don't want to see David Benavidez whoop on Charlo right now. Because if he whoops on Charlo, then that Caleb Plant against Charlo isn't that big. So I think it's gonna happen. Canelo gonna whoop Charlo. That gives Charlo another chance to fight Caleb after that, and then let them mix it up. But I don't get this whole like he's fighting somebody with mental health and all this shit or whatever. Like people have been asking for this fight for the longest time. The Charlos, Canelo's wiped out the division besides Benavidez, and I think the next fight after Charlo is gonna be David Benavidez. He has no choice. So I think after he whoops on Charlo, at the end of the fight, they're gonna ask him, you know, who's next, who you got next, And there's really only other 2 fights out there for Canelo. I don't want to see him against Crawford. I don't really think that's I don't think that's as realistic as it is, but it's either gonna be Benavidez or Bivol. If it's not any of them two, then I really don't want to watch it. But yeah, I think Charlo's lucky that he's not getting in there with Benavidez or well, really Benavidez, because Benavidez is the only dude he should be fighting besides Caleb Plant. Um, but yeah, this whole that he's also bringing up fighters, moving up in weight, and all this and that. Ain't Canelo like 5'7", 5'8"? Charlo's like what, damn near 6 foot. So I don't get that. But yeah, good looking out, Ness.
All right, champ. Josh.
Am I on this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Shout out voice. So I'm hoping that it's not Charlo for May 4th. I'm hoping that they do Canelo and Benavidez. And I kind of skipped most of the calls because I caught on late. And I listened to you and the King of X's, talk back and forth. And I would like the Caleb Plant and the Charlo fight to be the co-main for May 4th. And you do Canelo Benavidez still. And I know you're saying it doesn't make business sense, but I think that's a fight that Charlo can win still. And if he does win, then you can do the 30th with not September 30th, but the 15th or whatever day it is for Mexican holiday that is. And then also, because there's not that many dates, I'm hoping that Al Heyman does like these Don King cards for pay-per-view. And maybe we get like what's his name at 160? That's the champion that Charlo's not fighting, or intern champ.
Carlos Adames.
Maybe we get Adames and Lubin on the card too. So then that builds interest with so say Charlo loses, nobody wants to plan a rematch. There were rumors with Adames moving up to fight Canelo before. I mean, maybe that could be a third fight. I feel like that's a realistic. He's not a big name. He fought in the Armory last against Julian Williams, so he definitely is a undercard pay-per-view type of fighter. And they were also talking about Fundora fighting for a WBC intern, and I felt like with him and Lubin being on the same card, that would be nice. He could fight for, it was like some Russian or Dagestanian guy or something. They were saying that he might fight. So I thought that would be a good card for May 4th. And it would still make business sense for 30th. You still give a couple options. And Ness, did you hear that Gabriel Fundora's fighting on Munguia versus Ryder
Yeah.
card?
Yep.
I think that she was fighting Christina Cruz on Moonshine Twitter's page. You seen that?
No.
Do you know Christina Cruz?
Yeah. That's she come out of the George Camboso camp that used to be George Camboso's Centennial trainer. That's Xander Zayez's trainer.
Yeah.
She's been with him
Yeah,
from
she's
the
so
amateurs. She's good, but she's an amateur, man. She just turned pro, so we got to see can it transition. I don't think. Did that fight get made? You
I
sure?
think she's going to get destroyed. I think she's going to get destroyed. She's still young in the pro game. I mean,
Yeah, that's
the
what I
last time I
mean.
seen her on TV,
Fundora
she was
has
on the
way
top
more
rank card.
experience.
Yeah, she was on the top rank card, maybe on like an Edgar undercard versus Steve Rose, I think she was, or one of them Puerto Rican days. But man,
Champ,
I think Gabrielle Fundora.
that's the bell. Appreciate you, man. Super Mix, what up?
Oh man, it's just getting out of this ball game, man. Tuning in late. Seeing y'all were still on, man. So I'm gonna clock into the show, man. And hey, I haven't seen anybody credible. Obviously, I'm late to the show, so you might have reported on it, but I haven't seen anything other than some rumors. And really rumors from someone I don't like.
Well,
I don't really know.
Well, I do know him. I follow him. He's on YouTube. I've been following him before. But I got a super chat from William Vaca, $3. He said Jose Benavidez Sr. is on Ellie's channel and said talks are good for September. It's like I said, man. Al's a businessman.
He told us that last night too, though. Ellie late. The Boxer Voice had that a night ago.
I'm trying to
But
tell y'all, man. Business is business. You don't do Benavidez first. You do him last.
no, and that's the thing too, right? Like, so with us knowing what's coming next, right? Because that's the big kicker. It's what's next. Man, you don't put Canelo in dangerous. And don't get me wrong, coming off the Jermall fight, it looks bad. It's not a good look, but Canelo's always as much as people hate on him, Canelo's always delivered the fight you actually want. And I think we're gonna get David in September, so just be patient. I don't think it's Charlo though. I would like to see. I'm cool with the Munguia. I still, and I've been on this in the pre-pro. I got a sneaking suspicion that it's gonna be Bud. Just maybe that's just me hoping against hope, but I wouldn't rule out the Bud fight just yet. That could be something that surprises us. But hey, that's all I got for tonight, man. Hey, great show, Bud. Y'all check me out next week on the radio network One Sports. I'll tap the link on my Instagram. Appreciate it, Ness.
Appreciate you, champ. Yeah, I would prefer Bud. Tip Bellis.
Hey, yo.
What up?
What's going on, man? TBX is in the building. Let me talk to the people. Man, I hear dudes calling in, hating on Al Heyman all crazy. Yo, y'all got to get y'all lives together, bro. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's 24 hours in a day. Hey, stop. And y'all want to take a whole 3-minute call to hate on Al Heyman. Like, that is just nasty out here. It's nasty out here. As regarding the topic, man, Charlo versus hey, hold on. Yeah. Regarding the topic, Charlo versus Canelo, say what, man? It's not a bad fight at all. It's not a bad fight at all. I like the fight. If you look at the 168 landscape, it ain't too many names out there that you could match Canelo with. I mean, shit, Munguia busy. You know what I'm saying? We already seen him beat Plant. Pacheco is another mandatory, but ain't Pacheco got a bout coming up too? So I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but he got a fight.
yeah, Andre just lost. I mean, like, what is really out there for Canelo? Go ahead, give him the Charlo fight, and hopefully we get the big fight between him and Benavidez in September. And, because what we've already heard, it takes about 6 months to make a big fight anyway, right? Getting all the money and everything situated. You know what I'm saying? I find nothing wrong with this fight, bro. A lot of dudes, they get on here complain, and then they want to talk about seeing Canelo versus Terrence Crawford. Listen, y'all keep talking about we asking for who is we, bro? Like y'all like throwing this we. The back call doesn't represent everybody. All right, y'all got to calm that shit down. The back call does not represent everybody. All right, people want to see Canelo fight. Canelo. All right, they not saying we want to see Benavidez. I mean, we want to see Crawford versus Canelo. No, they say we want to see Canelo fight, and it doesn't matter because Canelo gonna do numbers. But that's it. That's it. That's all I got to say right now.
Counterpunch CYP.
Oh,
Courtesy
man.
Boxing
Hello,
Ambassador.
people. Appreciate the counter, my nigga. Listen, what are we, fucking slow? I don't get it. What are you talking about? He's bringing people love. Triple G, 160, 168 up. Little Charlo, 154, 168 up. Charlo, 160, 168 up. Are we going to do Bud, 147, 168 up? It's up, down in Mexico, and down, up, eh? I'm confused. You motherfuckers need to stop playing dumb. You already got the excuse made. The funny thing is that y'all really are disappointed in the way Canelo does his career, but you just won't admit it. But if this was Tank, you'll say how much you're disappointed. Let's just be disappointed in both of them together and be happy that they're making so much money and keeping the fucking dying sport alive with great events. This is what I want y'all to do. Call in and one of you motherfuckers put your money on this that it flops on the pay-per-view. Put your money up, motherfuckers. Put your punk ass money up since we don't want to see it. Who the fuck is this we, man? Get off the weed, man. You ain't part of we. They ain't talking to you. They ain't asking you who Canelo should fight. They don't give a fuck about your opinion because you bitches only represent 55K. You're stragglers. You're struggling. You're 55 deep. You only got 55 on it, but it costs 5,500. That's what we're looking for. Fuck your $55. You weak, fucking hardcore, fucking weirdos. We in this motherfucker. Put your money up that it flop. I guarantee it don't. I bet you do better than any other DAZN fight that's been on pay-per-view that doesn't have Canelo involved. I bet you won't put your fucking money up. TBX in the building. The boxing shit, baby. Let's go.
We got Capicu, what it do, $2. Crawford need to worry about Teofimo at CO at 147. What the fuck is CO? Don't say catch. No. What the fuck is CO, Capicu? Who knows? We got Rally, $5. 4 respect emojis. My people, they against us, but F them. Okay. TDDT, Canada, $2. How do I get the betting picks? You got to join the betting show, but we didn't do one this week because there's only women's boxing on this week. No disrespect, but it's just you got to get some tips to be betting on women boxing like that. We got the Axiom member for 36 months on that contender level. If Benavidez fights before September and if Munguia is successful, give us Munguia versus Benavidez before September. We got Khaled, Indiana.
Yo, Ness, how you doing?
Straight.
I bet. I'm not mad at the Charlo fight like that. Like, I ain't tripping like that. Like, I think he'll put up a better fight than his brother. He probably get stopped for sure, but at least he gonna throw them bitches. And I slightly disagree on the economics. I think that the economics with Jaime Munguia might be a little better because you got Mexican on Mexican. We can do that in Mexico. And it might not do Tank and Ryan numbers. And you still got to collaborate with the Golden Boy promotion, but it still might be a lucrative thing, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's more lucrative than the Bud fight, which brings me to my point. I have to watch the Bud fight, but I just don't understand why we want this so bad. Like, why we want to see my man? Like, we know this is a cash out. Like, we want to. It's almost like because nobody's picking Bud to win. And motherfuckers ain't even talking about on some daring to be great shit. Like, we know he finna lose. Like, it's a few people that I've heard on the calls that say that. But, bro, Bud finna lose, bro. And it's not nothing against Bud, bro. But you're not finna be a welterweight walking up to 168. Like, I was fooled. Like, I was fooled. Like, I thought that and Bud is way better than Charlo. But I'm thinking that, like, a 54 can go up there. So it's like, nah. So now I'm going to think that, like, a welterweight, like, it's weight classes for a reason. Like I'm a pound-for-pound guy. Like, I've been up here. Like, you're not doing – he already lost before he got in the ring because Canelo knows that you can't hurt me. And I don't even think that you could sell that to the casuals after we just watched what happened with Charlo and them. And some of the steam kind of got off Bud a little bit. Like, that's why he kind of been throwing out them teeth and doing certain things to kind of stay out there. So I'm not with all that circus shit, like all that jumping up weight classes and shit like that. Like, especially, well, I shouldn't say that. Jumping up 3-4 weight classes. I'm not against people going on weight classes, but I don't think this. Even though Bud is a very skillful fighter, he's a generational talent. But so is Canelo Alvarez, and I've been up here. And you're not just walking up here doing shit up here and you never fought up here. He got acclimated to 147, then he got thumping shit. You're not just finna just take a fight and think you finna beat. Man, none of that. Fuck that. But if it do happen, I hope it don't. If it do, I'm gonna watch it just cause like it's boxing and I fuck with it. But I don't like that. Not well. I don't like that. And plus, why if motherfuckers calling in shitting on Canelo all the fucking time, what the fuck they gonna say if he fight a welterweight? So nah. The Charlo fight cool. Jaime, I think it's solid economics. I don't want to see the Bud fight. That's my call, bro. Thank you.
Appreciate you. General Camino, what up?
Yo, Nas, what's good?
What up?
Chillin', chillin'. First, I want to say I don't think Bud is losing if he fights Canelo. I think he's stopping Canelo at 168 if he fights him at that weight. I think Bud is just real talented, and I don't see Canelo beating Bud. That's just me. But outside of that, as far as Charlo, like, damn, how long can you get to keep that belt? I feel like it's been damn near 3 years because he won't be defending it if he fight Canelo.
I
In
mean,
May,
they
will
they
he?
they
That'll probably
probably
be it.
they probably gonna take it a couple days before, but you know they gotta promote it as champion versus champion.
Damn, bro. So he get to keep that belt forever. That shit crazy, bro. They really be stalling the sport with that type of shit. Cause I mean, you got people in line to get their opportunities, and they can't get their opportunities. And I'll be honest, this fight between Big Charlo and Canelo, I mean, it's gonna sell because the Mexicans will always come out for Canelo. But like, I wouldn't say that's a fight people been calling for. I mean, I go online and every other tweet is, Benavidez versus Canelo. Like that's what the people want to see. You feel me? I mean, I guess I could see it happening as his third fight. He got 3 fights on PBC. First one was Lil Charlo. Second one, Big Charlo. Third fight, hopefully Benavidez. But yeah, man, it's sad to see. I mean, a lot of people thought this second fight would be Benavidez, but I guess it is what it is. I just tuned in though. What was your thoughts on everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with the business. I believe that the business is gonna dictate what takes place. So that means Benavidez is last. I don't like Charlo next. I would prefer, um, you know, Crawford. Crawford, I think, is a bigger money fight, and you know, would 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 be received better by the public as well, and does better tickets, does better pay-per-views. Then you still get Benavidez last. I mean, I said all this earlier in the show. Let me get to Carlos. Am I fucking that up? I tried without the Rolodex.
Yeah, you good.
Oh, all right. What up?
Hey, oh man, I would love to see the Crawford fight. And the other gentleman called, not the one that just passed, the other one. He says, "I'll pay it. I'll pay." So I just want to see what that would look like. That's gonna get him 1 million. I think it does 1 million if it does Crawford. Everybody. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know what numbers it does. I just want it.
Yeah. I mean, they're not gonna obviously get everybody happy. Everyone has different opinions of who she fight. Every time they say that about top fighters or whatever, especially on Canelo or some of the guys, I just always say, who hasn't he fought, or who else is there? No one's happy with that list right there. Everybody wants Benavidez, but yeah, I would love to see that Crawford fight. That's my call, man. God bless. I watch the show every day, obviously, man. Yep.
Amen, champ. Appreciate you. Let's see what we got. Al in the Bay.
Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? Straight from the Bay Area.
What up? What
Yeah,
up?
man. I think I would like that fight. I think it makes sense for Canelo, and people gonna hate, but I'm gonna tell you why it makes sense for Canelo to fight Charlo right now. It makes sense because he's still coming off that hand injury. You know, it may not be 100%, so he still need a tune-up. Who gonna get a tune-up with? Charlo. He haven't been fighting for that long. He's a tune-up right now for Canelo. You know, he just beat up the other brother. Now he's gonna beat up this one. You feel me? And so he's gonna use that as a tune-up to get his hands ready, and then he can fight Benavidez next fight. If you don't fight Benavidez, I think he should get stripped. That's my opinion. Um, for Canelo, I mean for Charlo, it kind of makes sense in a way. And I know people gonna be like, "Oh, who do you fight? Who do you fight to get a Canelo fight?" You know, and so a lot of people say, well, he didn't fight anybody to get this fight. That's true. He didn't fight nobody to get this fight. It's one of those fights that was past due, that it was already lined up before, he took his hiatus. It was pretty much almost lined up in a situation. So it was kind of like him getting some get back where before he left, he's just trying to be in the same position. That's all it is. And so it's like this, well, my brother didn't do it, so let me see if I can do it. You know? But it's a tune up. It's just another tune up for Canelo. And I'm looking at it as a tune up. I'm not looking at it as like it's this big fight. I'm looking at it as like it's a tune up for Canelo. You know? Maybe his hand is not 100%, right now. So he get his hand ready. His second fight from his surgery. So that's just the way I'm looking at it. I don't know if that makes sense for you, but that makes sense to me.
Hey man, I get it, man. Everybody got to factor in the business, man. They don't want to, but they have to. But I got the Axiom. No, we said that. We got Big Super Mix, $5. How can you chase someone out of a division but now be weight bullied by that same person who started at a lower division than you? I don't know, bro. Roberto, $5. September David, May 2025. Bud, May 2024. Any other Mando? Nello has 4 belts. Laugh out loud. Yeah, there wasn't any talk of any mandatories for this particular month, though. I mean, yeah, for the May month, but yo, that is everybody. And that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Arrivederci. Live fight chat tomorrow. Peace. Oh shit, Dom, last one. What up? Never leave a man behind.
Hey, what up, TBV? What up, Ness?
What up?
So, for this fight, I'm not a fan of it. Strictly because there's more fights out there that are just so much more appealing. Um, Crawford, most especially, I feel like that's the main one. I don't think you double back to the other Charlo brother after dismantling the younger one. It was not a good fight. One of the biggest disappointments of the last year, if I had to be honest, and in a great year of boxing. I don't think this fight will be much better. I do think he will have a much better showing than his brother. But I think Canelo, I mean, he kind of got a little bit of feel with the other Charlo. I know they're different fighters, but I mean, cut from the same cloth. I don't see him showing that dog that his brother couldn't show. And more importantly, I think that this is just kind of lame that they're not letting Crawford fight Canelo. He's showed that he's trying to move up in weight. I really feel like Al Heyman and the PBC sort of used that rematch as a way to block this fight from ever happening. I really hope we see the day when the contract for this Errol Spence and Bud Crawford maybe gets a little bit more out of the curtains, I think there's a lot of things that blocked Crawford from getting into the ring, getting the training camp going, and getting up to that weight to fight Canelo. He was on it from the jump, basically, after beating Spence, and that would be a great fight. Hopefully, we see it. Maybe Saudi Arabia. That's my only thought. That fight happening. Al Heyman, PBC seemed like they had a plan from the jump for Canelo, and they're sticking to it. And I think that Benavidez fight is going to be worth the wait. So I think we should, just accept this fight. Canelo's still great. He's going to dismantle him, and let's see what he does with Benavidez. That's it for me, guys. Peace.
All right, Dom, appreciate you. Let's make sure we got no last minute. Nez GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Peace.